Normally it says somewhere 2 attacks. Oh, I see it. Well, Searing Smite still a thing?
I don't know.
But the time.
If
No.
there was ever a session I could have listened to again, it would have been the one that was over in an hour. But I
Mhm.
didn't.
Okay. Play is gonna be. I'm just gonna say he's not there. For simplicity's sake. And now it is Lorana's turn.
Did Grigori miss the one he was aiming for?
He missed both attacks, yes.
Oof. I'll shoot at it then.
The power outed. It like he was blinded for a moment.
Hmm.
Oh, that definitely hits. 11 damage. All right. Oh, that. Yep. Boom.
Nice.
You get a second attack, Lorana. Now you're level 5. Fairly certain, right? Rangers should do that. Yeah.
Oh, bet. I'll shoot at the next closest one.
All right.
And miss horribly.
You're not used to firing so fast. Are you gonna have Tanyan do anything?
I had Tanyan move forward, but he's not going to try and fight anything. He's just going to try and stay close to everybody to do fire.
Okay. It is now the troll's turn. Okay. This one is going to move here. And it's going to slash itself open. It's just barely not close enough to Tanyan. As this green sludge explodes out of its pustules as it cut itself with its claws. I need Dr. Gears to make a con save, and Grigori can make a con.
That against acid or poison or disease?
Poison. You do get advantage.
That was the wrong button. Because I have a +5 to that.
Okay. Let me look at Paladin. Paladin has something, right? Not at this level.
At some level, they start adding their charisma modifier to all saving throws.
Yeah, so everyone just takes this damage. So everyone takes 8, and then
For
if
me,
you... No, you... Well, are you
half
resistant?
damage. Yeah.
Okay, so you take half damage. And then you take half damage from this, so you take a quarter damage. So you take 5 damage from this, because you succeeded. Let's see here. Desiree takes full damage from this, but Grigori takes 10 damage, and then 8 damage from the first part. Desiree takes 8 damage, and then 21 damage. Alright. And then this one's gonna come up. And it's going to... It makes 3 attacks. 2 with its claws, and 1 with its bite. It's a claw. Oh, no.
Oh,
Jesus. Who's that one attacking?
Desiree?
oh no.
Jack is going to eventually sign into chat to find out that he's dead. Because he took the full
Oh,
poison
fuck,
spray
that's-
damage too,
That's
right?
a lot of numbers.
He did. He's down.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Ain't that just a shame?
Oh no, wait, hold on.
Why is it always the people who aren't here that you end up killing, Travis?
I don't know. Well,
He's a bad person.
he's not holding concentration anymore, so his AC's not 22 anymore.
Hmm.
It's now his turn.
Hmm.
Gears, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. Obviously, Scorching Ray.
That's fair. Which one you hitting?
We're gonna go with number 8,
Okay,
and I'm gonna get all 3 attack rolls out first.
that's fair.
21,
That hits.
11.
Nope.
Feeling lucky though. 16,
16 hits.
and feeling real lucky again. 21.
21 hits.
That's all I got on luck. Don't fuck anything up, guys.
Oh, yeah, we're the ones who are gonna fuck stuff up.
I nuked
I mean-
the first one, and I swear to God, I'll nuke you instead of the second one. Try me.
You can't see me.
All right, John Cena, calm down.
I've been doing really well this fight. So far, I think I've hit on all my attacks, and I've used a bardic inspiration on someone else.
Yeah, and I got a
That is
really
the
fucking
third
good attack.
one you've used this campaign.
That's
Oh.
real quick. Modifier of +3. Was I supposed to be adding +3 to the damage this whole time?
Typically,
It's added when you roll damage.
yeah.
No, it's not.
You're not the
If-
Scorching Ray doesn't
Yeah.
add
If
mod
spells add a modifier, they'll specifically call it out.
Ah.
And then if you have like a class feature that says, "Oh, now you get to add like your int bonus to
30
damage dealing spells because you're an evocation wizard or something," that's different. I think that you'd have to add on your own.
And to finish it off, where's my crossbow? Where's my shuffle?
your projected weapon.
It's a 24 hit
Yes, with the force weapon.
for 12 damage,
Damn.
and I'd like it to go away. Please move it backwards 5 feet. I mean, that's it for me, though. That was my last Scorching Ray.
It's okay. Spell slots aren't that important.
No.
All right,
I mean,
after
my only
Dr.
other
Gears.
level 2 spell is Shatter. Which is probably going to do more damage to my friends than my enemies.
Hey, Large, your turn. Ah! I moved the map, please. Okay.
So, how far away am I from Desiree? Perfect. Would you say being down, she'd automatically fail a saving throw? Like a strength saving throw?
Probably.
Okay. I'm going to lightning lash her to pull her 10 feet to me as my action, and then bonus action healing word to bring her back up.
Are you gonna? Oh, the fuck up. Doesn't lightning lash deal damage?
Yes, but it'd be a range attack, which would only be one failed death save, right?
Yeah.
So I'd drop her down to 2 failed death saves,
Okay.
and then I'd healing word her.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine.
I thought this through.
All right.
Yeah. And we'll cast it. I almost clicked Disguise Self. That'd be less useful. Barely less useful.
All right. She has 5 HP. It is now. Oh wait, do you have anything else you can do?
I think move. And
You could move.
I think I'm just going to do like a little step back maneuver.
Okay.
Just an extra 10 feet.
Moth, it's your turn.
Mhm. I mean, I'm gonna do what I normally do, and I'm just gonna shoot like number 8.
Okay.
Crossbow.
That hits.
Do I get advantage?
From being hidden, yes.
Sick. That is that one, and then also that one, and then I'm gonna hide again. 26.
You
I'm out
feel
of-
pretty stealthy.
Yeah, the corpse can't see me. Hang on, I have to add that to my tower.
The most recent Venom Troll looks very healthy. Well, as healthy as a Venom Troll can look.
Alright. You know, for some, that's cutting itself open and spraying poison everywhere.
Yes,
Fine.
I need... It's Grigori's turn. He is going to step forward. And with his smite still up, at least that hits. He's going to make his second attack. Ooh, that also hits. So first
Tannion's
attack.
going to add a d6 of fire damage to one of those attacks for him.
Okay. No. And then are you going to roll the d6 or you want me to? And this is ooh, second attack. Oh, that couldn't have been much worse. Alright, so 13. And then he's gonna pump a Divine Smite. So, what is that? 13, 19, 22, 28, 39 damage.
It's a decent amount of damage.
But then he is going to take from the Venom Troll, as the 2 attacks he does are devastating, but one of them explodes in pustules. The other one was fiery. So he takes 8 damage. And after Grigori, it's Lorana's turn.
I guess I'm gonna take 2 shots at the trolls.
That hits, for sure. That one less so.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna move my healing spirit 30 feet towards the holy boys.
Like there?
Alright, I forgot we had a healing spirit put down.
Yeah. If that's as close as I can get it, yeah, that would be ideal.
Some of us
Yes.
are making good decisions.
That's fair. It is now the Venom Troll's turn. Was dealt fire damage. Hold on, I gotta roll. Right, this one hasn't used. Would that be rude? It probably would be rude.
To drop
But would
Desiree
it be
again.
funny?
To drop Desiree again.
And
I need
Put
Tanyan in gears to make con saves. I'll make them for the other people.
24. Eat my ass.
Yes. I'm Desiree's just going back down. It's fine.
Yeah.
Looks like the Drake may be taking a nap at some point too.
All right.
Oh no.
So it is base this and then this. So everyone takes 11, except for Gears, who gets resistance.
Ah! Ah! Bitch.
And then everyone else takes 8. That's amazing. Gears, you took 4.
Yeah.
Oh no, Tanyan took 17. Sorry. He failed that save.
Now I can only tank this for so long. I am actually running out of HP. Even with the little
Grigori's
bit
at
of
1.
Tinian took 17 total.
No. 11 and then 17.
Tinian is down.
attack.
Oh no.
So yeah.
And now it's Desiree's turn. Let's try this again. Look at that. It's so much better. Alright, Gears, it's your turn.
Well, I don't have anything really good left. I'm gonna move. Oh well, fuck. Both my meat
There is a
shields are
healing
dead.
spirit next to you. That white
Oh.
circle. Walking through that will heal you some.
How much?
I need to read healing spirit.
1d6.
1d6. You know what? That was about as good as it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, it
Awesome.
really was. Just walking through it.
Okay, and I'm gonna try and be a good teammate. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on. Mighty Boat Drake.
You fucking dick.
He eeny meeny miny mowed it.
So he gets 10 HP. The Drake does. So the Drake's alive.
I can heal that.
Thank you.
Oh, you got it. Okay. The Drake's fine. See, guy, it's fine.
Damn
Yay.
it, boys. And then I'm going to crossbow bolt number 7.
With your force ballista.
Yes. I keep forgetting that there's so many class features, I actually have to scroll a fucking ways to hit the attack button. For 13 damage. And then how much, can I still use my movement after my actions?
Yeah, you
think?
can use movement still.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna spend the last of it. Come on, give me the 20. There we go. Meat shield. And I have my turn.
You're using the child as a mute shield.
I am the
You-
only
you
person in
deal-
the party
so you-
with healing spells.
So you deal non-fire damage to it. It explodes, and now Grigori's down.
Aww.
And it is knocked back 5 feet.
To be
If
fair,
that's
I
the
don't
thing that's been
have any more
happening.
fire damage.
I mean, that is fair. Alar, it's your turn.
Okay. Real getting tired of needing to do everything myself.
I killed 2
I'm
trolls.
getting tired of
You did
gears.
not kill
I
two.
Burned
feel
the
like-
fucking bedroom down.
You
to
killed
make it back.
one. I'm
Okay.
A
Frederick.
total of 70 damage this combat. Because I'm the only one with fire.
I think making your Eldritch Cannon
How far am I away from Grigori?
fucking shoulder
Perfect.
mounted thing is a bit.
All right. So here we go.
I mean, it could still attack. All we did is take away its ability to move, my man.
Calling this the ALR
Yeah,
special.
You took away my ability to destroy it.
We are
No, you can
lightning lashing Grigori
Okay.
towards me. I get to pull him 10 feet.
It's-
That's another
Yeah,
death
that's
save, but he
actually
does get a
Pretty
d6.
fucking smart.
And then I'm gonna healing word Desiree again.
Okay.
That was actually real fucking slick.
Desiree gets 8 this time.
Okay, and then let me roll for the fucking healing spirit.
That was some
6.
Jack Sparrow shit.
Alright.
I'm not really probably going to ever do damage this campaign, so I'm fully just playing like utility infielder.
You just reaching out and yanking one companion into the healing light while healing the other one with the other hand. That was
When
nice.
Grigori starts their turn, they also get another d6 of healing.
Oh shit, I should have
Nice.
stayed in the fucking health.
Oh, Gears, your cannon should have been making the checks.
You know what? That's fair. You want to roll them all real quick? See if it's down.
I'm fine with not.
Okay, so now that I'm not interrupting Alar, yeah, we discussed this at the beginning, and it was agreed upon that you could still damage it, and that it was only for flavor, and I was taking a negative for the
Yeah,
flavor because I couldn't
that's
move
fair.
it anymore.
I just didn't think about it. Because I keep forgetting it's a thing.
Because that's also why I have mending, because I can mend it as
Okay.
an action, repair it.
5 times HP times your... Okay. You basically have a pet.
Well, I don't want to treat it as a pet. That was the issue. I don't want a cute little fucking ballista running around like a dog.
That's fair.
I wanted it to pop out of my shoulder
It's
like
monster.
the Terminator.
Although having like a dog as a ballista
Ah.
is some He-Man Master of the Universe shit.
Now that he remembers he can hit it, though, he's gonna start targeting my cannon like a prick.
I did
I
a
just
bunch
made
of
a
damage.
post-it note about it.
I just love that Moth has just been chilling in the same brush.
Yeah.
That's what Maria would do. So,
Oh,
like,
pew,
that's a
pew.
rogue thing.
Hey, you guys. I've gone.
That's a-
I've
You
left.
guys see an arrow go out of a bush, but you have no idea where she is, what happened.
That I do like that stealth check. That is fun. Okay, that's my turn.
In this house, we stand a dirty 30.
The
Alright,
dead.
Grigori's gonna sit up, and it's going to give a glare to Dr. Gears. And then charge the fucking Venom Troll.
He does get one more d6 of healing.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Because
Oop.
Lorana
Ooh, more.
reminded us.
He's going to, once again, 2nd level Searing Smite. Swing. Oh, that's the wrong button. Hold on. Swing. Oh, fuck. 2nd attack. Oh my fucking god.
Oof.
Those are some bad rolls. You rolled the damage on his copper greatsword, and those damage rolls were higher than the attack rolls you made.
He is going to move away now and try. He's already done it for this turn, so he can't get more healing, but he's going to provoke an attack of opportunity. That's
Okay.
what was hopeful, because it's better than getting exploded on. Now it is Lorana's turn.
Everything's fine here. We're doing a great job.
Both shots. Let's see if this hits.
Shot, 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 shot.
18 hits. 10 does not.
Tanyan is going to use his reaction for the one that hit, is going to deal an extra d6 fire damage.
Oh no. If you hadn't dealt fire damage, he would have regen that turn. Damn. You guys killed all of the venom trolls. Yay!
Easy
no one is
peasy.
dead.
Standing.
Lemon squeezy.
I'm doing great. I guess I'll just wander back over like, hey guys, how's it going?
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
guys. You're here? I thought you weren't here.
Healer. I'm just very good at my job.
There's still about 5 turns left of Healing Spirit.
Yeah, everybody just sit in the circle.
So I'm going to assume everyone is smart and everyone will heal 22 HP that needs it.
Oh, that gets me back up to max. Back to picking herbs.
Huh.
Be a waste at this point.
I mean, yeah.
Also, let me get some samples of that troll flesh.
It's less flesh at the moment, and it's a sloppy, gloppy goo. But you can totally get samples of venom troll goo.
Yes. Well, because I'm thinking, so I've got those crossbow bolts that contain liquids, right?
Oh no.
Okay.
I know the harm person spell is from a previous version of D&D, but we're gonna be experimenting with that.
I think
mean-
it's called inflict wounds now.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh wait,
gonna
no,
say.
is it actually still inflict wounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh hell yeah,
what is
that's
it?
exactly what I was thinking of.
3d8?
Something like
Crit
that.
wounds is so good.
Isn't that the cleric meme?
Yeah.
That you've got cure wounds or inflict wounds?
hmm Wow, I wonder what kind of cleric I would be.
There's no way to know for sure.
There it is.
Absolutely no way. Because I wouldn't play a cleric.
Clay messaged me and said he won't be here today, and I went, "That's fine. Just trying to kill Jaren with trolls." And he was just like, "Bah."
He chose the worst enemy to attack me with. I had advantage on everything.
I didn't specifically choose trolls to like kill you. These were just the trolls in the area I had made.
If,
Also, I just
Now
want
that
you to
you
know
mention
that-
it, though, hold on.
if Travis
I'm going
wanted
through
to
the rare
pick
and uncommon
the...
items on Flint right now, and you're gonna pay for this.
The Den of Rust monsters is now in my notes to work on.
No!
Everyone knows that
Okay.
Gears' biggest weakness is, of course, teamwork.
I healed somebody.
You killed Grigori.
That's
I
fine.
did not. Okay, I did by association, but I also healed the Drake.
This is how I justify my Sam Bazazel's relationship with Grigori's. Now we're kindred spirits in being accidentally killed by Gears.
That's amazing.
Here it is. Ring of Mind Shielding.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Okay.
I mean, that is an item.
It definitely exists.
Nope,
It-
not what I was looking for.
Okay.
Damn it.
There's
Although
very
auto-
little auto success items in D&D.
I just want advantage, man. And the best
Oh,
I've
there's
got is
tons of
something
those.
I already owned the one item that gives advantage on saving throws.
Jaren,
What's that?
I already
The
gave
cloak
you...
of saving throws, whatever it was called. Cloak of Resistance.
There's a legendary +3 sword that makes you immune to charm effects. You just have to
And it
kill
also
someone
makes me
once every 3
bloodthirsty.
days.
Killer.
The sword is a
Not that
bloodthirsty.
bad.
You
Also, I
are
upgraded
just...
to a
feeding
flame
it.
tongue great sword, so I'm good, bro.
Also, Ring of Spells turning. Who just joined?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Ooh.
Everything's fine, Jack. Everyone didn't almost die. It's fine.
I
And
was fine.
You definitely didn't almost die twice.
All of the trolls are dead.
Apart from Jaren.
Very fair.
Mhm.
Alright, well, now that it's nighttime in the jungle, and you seem to have fought several trolls, and have gathered all of the relevant herbs in the area.
Oh, did we gather more herbs? Since they came
They're pretty much gone. What are you guys doing next? Heading back to town? Searching the jungle for more herbs? How greedy you want to be?
I would like to get more herbs.
Trying to clear the den of trolls out, maybe? There's no more in this area. You would have to scour the jungle for more herbs.
You say there's a den of trolls?
I don't know.
Like, you maybe know, but...
Do I ask what you guys do?
Honestly, I am
I think we should
Fine.
go back to town.
Mm-hmm. Hey, to be fair though, I did pretty well that fight. So like, I could kill more trolls.
Yeah, I used a couple spells, but I'm at full health, which isn't saying a lot. But
A lot of people have decent health after the healing spirit.
if I manage to go a whole combat again without getting hit, I can stay at full health. So
That is how that works. Ah, fuck.
So, if Jaren wanted to take all the herbs we had gathered so far and make projectile
Bottles of
potions
potions at
out
this
of it, how many potions do you think we've gathered?
Stand by and I'll tell you. We have 2,000 GP worth, and it requires. Where's my book?
25 GP per potion, 30 GP per arrow.
So I can make.
So it's 55 gold total per
Yeah, 30
projectile?
gold for the arrow, which is what I'm going to be making.
Oh.
So what's 2,000 divided by 30?
Math.
I don't.
Just under
Yeah.
60? Or just over 60?
0.666666.
60.
That is a lot.
Is.
So, other than padding our numbers, I don't see any reason to continue troll hunting.
Well, in that case, Travis, how much troll goo can I cart off?
Just put you have a gallon of troll goo.
1 gallon. Okay, I can fuck with 1 gallon.
I can.
Uh,
Please never repeat that again.
I guess that explains how you got it.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'd also like to try and transplant one of those pretty flowers and a couple of the herbs. Is that something that's possible?
So you tried picking the flower and it immediately died. So I'd
But I'm thinking if I
recommend
take the
digging
dirt
it down
around-
to, yeah, you gotta get the whole root system.
Go ahead, ask me where I'm gonna put it, Travis. I dare you.
No. What are
Probably
you
up
gonna do
your-
with it?
Probably
In
up
my
the butt.
chest.
With the bombs?
The bomb's
yeah,
gonna have to
that's
move
fine.
out for a minute.
I have to carry the bomb.
As you dig around it, the moment you nick a root, it dies. I'm going to need you to make a survival check at disadvantage.
Okay, okay. I have no luck, so this is gonna be true disadvantage, unfortunately. Where's survival? Well, I don't think I really need to roll again. I think we can just let that one stand.
Can't really get more disadvantage than
Eh.
that.
Yeah. That's just about rock bottom unless I take damage to my intelligence at some point.
It is exceedingly difficult to move these planes.
We'll come back later with
That's fair.
better equipment.
A druid with the move earth spell.
We'd also need something to set it up, because that'd be the issue, right? Is these are the plants that supposedly are responsible for the field of herbs we have in front of us.
Right. My goal was to take a flower and a couple of herbs and set them up in a flower pot on the ship.
And just be constantly harvesting
Yeah, renewable
potted
resource.
plants.
It's cool. We'll end up back in this town at some point.
Yeah, we're frequent flyers of this place. It's
Yeah,
great.
you guys got that
It's great for legitimate
American Express
businessmen.
card.
Okay, well, I'll lead us back to town, if that is what we're doing.
Alright, so I have a check, disadvantage because it's night.
I don't even care.
So, Travis, I've got Flynn's AC up to 25 through legitimate means, while following the rules you set
Oh.
in place.
You're lucky, Travis, that I rolled with disadvantage, because I did nat 20 it. But it is still a 17.
You guys managed to find your way back to Accra at night.
Now I'm going to go get myself another drink, so I'll be right back.
You guys get back on the ship. Everyone's like, where the fuck did you go? Y'all just left without telling anyone anything.
We could do what we want.
You know, the usual. Just went to fight some trolls for some healing herbs.
That's when Mara comes up and goes, alright, it's time for you each to get your cut.
Ooh.
Because they fenced all the loot. Each of you receive a bag containing 2,400 gold. No one tell Eldane how much money it was.
I don't think I've ever had this much gold.
What did we do to
but I
get this
also
again?
don't know.
Robbed a ship of jewels and gems.
Oh, yeah.
And then they fenced all those jewels and gems.
Fuck, kids, do we want to do a shopping episode real quick?
I don't know that I need anything. currently.
Well, you
I
never
have
know
an
what
extremely good
the local
mustache.
pawn shops will have.
Travis, remind me, how much gold was I needing to pay for school?
2,000.
Hey,
Oh,
Hey,
actually,
you did it!
I need to go visit that herb dealer. We need to have a talk.
The store is closed at the moment. It is night.
How sturdy is that door?
I mean, it's a wooden door.
I mean, it doesn't need to be sturdy. I can just open it.
You know what? Actually, I will bring Moth along for this because you're a
Okay.
shady bitch, and I need
well-
a shady bitch right now.
I mean, how dare you? Oh, I actually, speaking of being a shady bitch, if we're doing bad things, I'm gonna switch to slutty rogue.
You're not going to be the purple flamboyant merchant.
No, I mean I'm still purple, but
What?
I just don't have a mustache. My skin is purple, Travis.
Yeah, but you said you had like shiny purple clothes.
Yeah, brightly coloured.
I described you as
The equivalent
Deskier
wearing
from The
a
Witcher.
Skin-colored
Hmm.
bikini.
Pardon?
Nothing.
Okay.
Anyway,
I am just like
Slutty rogue.
a constant fan of the high horse Gears finds himself on. He's like, I'm going to break down this small business owner's house because I think he sent me into a trap.
No, she absolutely set us up. She
If
had
you-
no
just
idea of our
had some
skill
fun.
level, and she was like, "Oh no, the trolls not a problem. Go out there and get some herbs for me."
I don't think she said the trolls are not a problem. I think she just didn't immediately divulge that they were trolls.
I feel
but
like
she-
that's just as bad.
But she did tell you about the trolls. You were the one who thought you could go out against trolls with one other person.
Well, she seemed to agree, and that's why I'm angry.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't really have anything against this person, but like
to be
I
fair, the
enjoy
trolls
opening
would have
doors.
only showed up if you were greedy. Stares intently.
I'm literally dressed as a pirate. She knew what I was, and she still allowed this.
yeah.
We're dressed as legitimate businessmen because that is what we are.
Hey, I'm just like, well, I was just like a legitimate businessman with a mustache and
Yeah,
everything.
but the door, please.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's sleight of hand, right?
Yes. Or no, it'd be a thieves' tool check.
Oh, okay, that's
I
good.
think it's the same though.
Shh. I guess it would be Dex, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It is the same plus.
I would love to use Lucky.
Okay.
22.
Even the previous check, this is just a standard lock.
I wanted to be more impressive, I'll be honest.
On a humble herbalist's home who supplies salves and healing balms and potions to this town and has
Potions?
available
You
stock
don't
for
know
such
what I'm
things.
planning to do. Don't fucking do this yet.
You
Nice
open
stealth.
the door. There's no one inside. It's just a humble herbalist shop.
You are trying so hard. You know that? I don't know why you're stealthing. I'm walking in.
Okay.
Because maybe I'm gonna just root around for some stuff. Maybe I want things.
I'm leaving a note on the cash register with 1 piece of herb. The next time you send somebody out unprepared, I'll be here.
Travis, can I steal some potions?
Make an investigation check to see if you can find the potion.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not
I
That's fair.
Bitch.
17.
You look and try as you might. You find a small chest underneath the register, and you open it, and you can see where potions set in there, but they're not there. It's
Is there anything that I can steal?
there's like this goo that you put on a bandage and put on a wound that can help. It gives you advantage on medicine checks. It's a healer's kit, basically.
Travis, I don't need goo. I'm not Gears.
There's no money. It's just some plants and some salves.
Does she have any fun knickknacks? Like a watering can that's shaped like a frog or some shit?
No,
Fuck.
it is a very standard watering can at this very small and humble shop.
You're trying so
I'll
hard
take
to
it.
play the pity party. I never intended to burn her shop down.
I'm
gonna
playing
take-
so hard at that I have prepped nothing other than this is an herbalist shop.
I'm gonna take her watering can and leave a note saying that she should get some more interesting stuff.
Are you taking the one watering can or like the 18 that are in the store?
I'm taking all of them.
Just imagine Gears leaving, and then Moth with like an armload of watering cans. Just...
No, I have my back.
This
They're in my
is
bag.
this is the
Okay,
best
Brett,
heist
go
I've
ahead.
ever been party to.
I just don't like that she was sending unprepared people out there to die. Like, come on.
Girls
Add
only showed up at
treasure.
night. Who stays in the jungle after dark?
She didn't mention not going out there after dark. That's part of the problem. If she
I-
said, hey, make sure that you're not in the jungle after dark. Leave before darkness starts to fall. And then if you don't, there's going to be a bunch of angry trolls. That would have been understandable. But what if I was an idiot? What if she'd sent the fucking town kids out there to get herbs?
I love that.
First
That's
of all,
a
it was a
lot.
job listing. But second of all, hey, you should go catch some fish for this fish market. By the way, you need a fishing rod and bait. That's going to be very useful to you to
It'd
get
be
like some
more
fishing
like,
rod
hey,
and some
there's a
bait.
kraken that frequents the port from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. But I'm not going to tell you about that. Also,
Orange ones
obvious
that I get?
fishing hours are 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Maybe not a kraken, but a giant squid. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm saying,
It's
is
irresponsible,
fine.
and she should know better.
Wait, Travis, how many watering cans did I just steal from this woman?
18.
Why?
I love the fact that Gears is like, next time you better tell people it's dangerous in the jungle at dark or I'm gonna come back here and kill you. And Moth was just like, get better stuff, you weirdo. This is the worst thing I've ever stolen.
And you are a specific like herbalist and like potion seller, and like you don't have cool like trinkets or like things shaped like stuff.
I'm fairly certain she takes everything of value home with her.
I mean, it's possible she's
I
just
mean,
running
yeah.
low on stock,
Where does she
hence why
live?
she
Wait.
had a job posting to gather herbs to make healing potions. Would be my idea, my guess.
We could go to her.
Weird. Anyway,
I mean, there's so many options.
So
We
many.
could steal her spoons or something, I don't know. Maybe she has fun watering cans at her house.
The last time I bring you anywhere, Moth.
I just wanted fun things. I think that's
Anyway.
reasonable.
Everyone just got. Oh yeah, I don't know if you heard, Loudane. Everyone just got their cut from the loot being fenced. It was 2,400 gold.
Oh shit. I should maybe pay off a tab next time I find myself landside.
Maybe.
Just arrive on land at a different port. I'd like to pay off 1 bar tab, please. Great! What about the other 15?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I don't have bar tabs. It's too pedestrian.
It's totally it's a spa tab. Anyway.
The mudding treatments, though,
Yeah. Oh, so good.
top tier.
Sometimes you almost die. Anyway.
Hey Travis, can
Huh?
I think really hard about whether I've ever had this much money before?
Sure. Making. What was the check? Hold on.
It's just a D20, I think.
Yeah, just roll a d20.
Ah! I pass out.
Get a nosebleed and pass out.
I
You take 1 damage.
Ah!
I just like the idea of Moth being handed a couple thousand gold and immediately passing out, and Alar being like, "Is this a poor person's joke? I don't understand." It's just a little bit of money.
Just a little bit of money.
I mean, it's quite a lot of money. Ooh. My Pokemon cards.
This is like a horse and a half where I'm from.
Everyone walking around the ship was talking about the cut and how good it was, and everyone's talking about how that 1,000 gold was really good.
Oh. We're special.
We put in more work. I'm not gonna feel bad about this.
I am pretty sure I did nothing, but yeah, sure, fuck it. We are the main characters. Hello, where are you going?
Gears.
We are the big guys. At best, I bring NPC
You
energy.
get back. You get back on the ship, and you're given this money after all this stuff, and after your little herbalist shop fiasco, whatever you're doing. And Mara stops you and goes, "Now listen. You killed that man on that ship. So as a punishment," and she looks around at everyone listening, "I have moved your quarters."
Which one's Mara again? Is this the child?
That's
Mara
the
is
captain.
the captain.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You're in the keyhole now, which is where all the storage is at the very bottom of the ship. And your workshop seems to be all in order down there and freshly stocked on all the stuff you generally need.
I'm not angry. It's an upgrade. Now I don't have to worry about people traipsing through my shit. Also, if I blow something up, the whole ship's going down with me.
That is fair.
I feel like that was
But you're
always the
working on
risk we ran.
Healing potions. Yeah. You're working on healing potions, though, right?
Right now, yeah.
That's very fair.
Sometimes wonder whether or not we need to tow like a small barge behind us just to
That's-
stick gears of his workshop.
That's the goal.
Future plan.
Technically, I've made an agreement with him.
The next time.
next
there's a
time we,
ship available.
next time we find a ship that I don't specifically want to burn down and sink to the bottom of the sea, Gears can have for a workshop. We're probably going to be in town at least one more day, right? I've got to find
Oh, for sure. You
unsavory
have-
people.
You don't have to leave for 4 more days.
I am going to put like 100 gold in a pouch and hand it to Landon and just like, tell him to, treat the crew to some drinks landside, but make sure they don't get too carried away.
He goes, yeah, understood. And then he turns and goes, drinks on air tonight! And everyone just follows him off the ship.
A happy crew is an effective crew. Unless they get
That
too
last
drunk.
part, whether or not they hand is very difficult to tell. Anyway, now that that has happened, do you guys want to try to do any shopping? Someone mentioned a shopping episode. While we corral some unsavory characters for Alar's plans.
I'll go shopping. I am back in trader outfit.
Back in trader outfit, alright?
Mustache.
The mustache.
It's the
Just
most
imagine you
important part.
twirling it.
Yeah. Every time I put it on, I do the the 2-finger move down of it.
Oh yeah.
I do that fucking constantly. It's really annoying. I would look very smug at the same time, oh yeah, love this fucking mustache. I should
That's
not
great.
sit here and just actually do that.
Okay. The herbalist shop you've already visited seems to be out of stock and threatened. This would be
Oh,
the
weird.
next day, by the way, so everyone can long rest. If they so choose.
How long was I passed out for?
Well, like 10 minutes.
I
Okay, sick.
do
It's
so
never-
choose this time.
Ah, that's good. Not that it would have affected much.
Yeah. Who needs spell slots? Just have Lorana drop a healing spirit, and then I can cantrip people into healing zones.
Yeah,
That's absolutely horrifying, but yes.
It only it only hurts
since
while
you
they're
have pressed-
unconscious.
Yeah, since you have precedence, I imagine you doing that every time. It's a very common thing.
Which I could also theoretically it would deal damage, which means that they'd maybe take damage if I dealt more than they healed. But being forcefully pulled out of someone's threatened area doesn't prompt an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
So I just be like, yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
If I'm looking at Magic Homes,
Yes.
are there any source books to remove that you're not pulling from?
Probably not. Other than the sci-fi ones.
I'm also assuming the Lost Dungeon of Wickedness, Big Rick energy as well.
Probably.
I don't even know what any of that is.
I think it's the D&D. It's the Rick and Morty D&D.
Okay, yeah. I usually exclude that in my campaigns, just because I don't know.
I have no idea about any of that.
To be fair, it's just going to be memes.
That's
with
kind
the
of what I
supplement.
thought it'd be. And so I was like, yeah. But
Yeah, what kind of shops are you looking for?
Enough money to get a real a magic tattoo, or do I have to collect all the shit for it again?
Yeah, the materials for that are also generally needed.
Okay. What do I even get? Oh, probably Dex. What do I need? Is there somebody here who does it?
You want to make an investigation check to see?
Yeah, fuck it. 18.
18. There's rumors that those tattoos exist, but you've never met anyone who could do that, or
okay.
no one has actually know what that is.
Fig.
I need more tattoos! I can't get them in real life.
Poke of Billowing, we got one of those.
I have one of those. Oh, I should wear that. I'm gonna wear that today with my mustache.
Yeah, that was in the kobold's treasure chest.
I use a bonus action to billow.
Just
It looks
constant.
great.
Just imagine you enter a store and you just make a stance and billow.
Yeah!
Respect.
Ah, I love that for me. I should do that in real life.
Respect the drip.
Anyway,
I know there's at least 2 items that I wanted, but I wrote. So,
I honestly don't know if there's items that I want.
you guys can see if there's items at a shop that pique interest.
You know what? Let's just go for a stroll.
hang on.
I'm probably tapped out into the evening anyways. No one's drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday.
Mhm.
I mean, at
I mean,
Accra? Probably there are. Yeah. Fantasy Tortuga? It's always.
Yeah, but I want to meet the people who are drinking at night because they were doing work during the day.
Oh, so.
I mean, maybe we'll stop our shopping early if there's nothing
That's fair.
turns our head, so to speak.
Okay, so
Oh.
then I need you to make an investigation check. Alar.
I'm pretty sure I have a +0 to this. You know what? I don't even think there are shops on this island. I don't remember seeing any. I rolled a 3.
After walking around and looking for shops, you find like general stores and like stuff where you can get rope and grappling hooks and like, you know, equipment, but like not necessarily what you're looking for. And then you remember that this is like, you know, a pirate town that's like not officially a pirate town, and that maybe you have to use a different type of, you know, looking into things to find things of use. Like thieves can.
Know that language.
Do I see any interesting looking flyers?
You do find a building that is on the front of the building. It is a simple like leather store, right? But it also has a symbol like somewhere in the sign that's like the, you know, fence goods or like find stuff here. Do you enter that shop?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Already. Oh, hold on, I gotta plot this down. So you walk in, and you see this larger human with like calloused hands, kind of working on a tanning station. He kind of nods at you when you come in, and then ultimately ignores your existence as you've entered.
What's my beat on the shop? Is there like a back door, or do I think there's a stairway behind the counter, or
There is actually several doors. One says employees only. The other one actually seems to be a restroom. And then there's a door that leads out to an alley behind it. It's a rather large shop, and he's got like nice leather hats and some boots and some basic leather armor.
I mean, I could probably use a new pair of boots, but that's not what I'm here for. So, I guess I will approach the man at the tanning station.
Okay.
And just gently kind of probe him. It'd be like I was walking past the shop and noticed your fine wares in the window, but I was wondering if there was like maybe something else that would maybe catch the attention of like a bird's eye view, or rather than walking would be more suitable to someone accustomed to flying. As you can see, my boots are still in decent repair, so I'm not quite looking for replacements for that.
He nods. Points to the door that says employees only. It says, knock.
Much obliged. And I'll kind of tip my hat to him and kind of flip him a gold coin. And then I'll go knock on the door.
Alright. So you do the general thieves' camp knock, which is dun 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 dun.
Yeah, no one can ever decipher that.
Nope. And then when you hear the response, which is da da, you open the door. There is a gentleman that is half orc, exceedingly buff, and holding a sword. He's holding it up as he opens the door, looks at you, looks you up and down, and then lets you in.
I look the part of a swashbuckler, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Day.
Actually, there's almost another shop, and it's almost another leather shop, except this has various types of armor. They have everything from like half plate, leathers to shields. They have a couple rings like in a glass shelf that's like behind like a little cage thing. And then there's a little gnome that's just sort of sitting there behind a counter, and he goes, "What are you looking for?"
Well, to be perfectly honest, I'm just kind of browsing at this juncture. In a few days, I will be setting sail, and unfortunately, the type of business I find myself partaking in has a slightly higher risk than other mercantile ventures. So, anything that would maybe aid in my survivability would be much appreciated.
He goes, "I have something that can help with that." He goes immediately to this small round shield, and you can see some rune filigree, and he goes, "This is a shield of missile attraction. It will, any missile shot at you, it will try to hit the shield."
I have to read something really quickly.
He also says, "I have a ring of jumping, which will help you navigating things across ships if you're doing some issues with that." He also has a ring of poison resistance. He also has mariner studded leather.
Okay, I think I can use the shield and still benefit from my dueling fighting style. So it's and it attracts arrows, you say?
To the shield, yes.
How much for the shield?
1,500 gold. He also has Mariner's studded leather, Mariner's scale mail, and Mariner's chain shirts.
What is the Mariner studded leather?
So Mariners, it's just studded leather, but while wearing it, your swim speed is equivalent to your walking speed. And if you start your turn underwater with 0 hit points, it causes you to float towards the surface.
Huh. That would be useful. But I kind of just bought new leather.
That is fair.
How much for the ring of jumping?
The ring of jump. 500.
What is that? Does it just increase my jump speed? Or jump distance
You
capability?
can cast the jump spell from it as a bonus action at will, but you can only target yourself when you do so.
And it doesn't use
it-
spell
it-
slots to do that.
Correct. It's at will, and it just triples your jump speed, or your jump distance.
Okay, I kind of like that. I'm gonna buy that one.
All right. It does require attunement, but I think that's fine at this current point in time.
Yeah, so that's 500 gold, and I'll take the ring.
All right. Is that in shard? I hope so. It is. You just add it from shard.
Okay.
Did you bring anyone with you?
Honestly, I don't know. I definitely wasn't making a secret about it, so anyone who wants to have said they joined, I'm perfectly okay with saying they came with me.
Well, in that case, what were the items on offer again?
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
I didn't want to butt
You
in.
can get Mariner's armor, which I don't think would work well for you, Dr. Gear, so
I
that's
can't
fine.
wear armor.
There's Ring of Poison resistance.
Oh, that's also incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Extremely helpful. Shield of Missile Attraction.
I already attract missiles through my personality.
Well, they will be attracted to the shield.
Also,
Essentially, I think the way it works is you get a +2 to your AC against ranged attacks.
yeah, I'll take a pass on that one.
Let's see what else is there. There is. Is this? Hold on. I need to make sure this is the thing. It's not in shard. What is it?
What's it called?
I rolled a weird item that I need to look up.
Oh. I have a specific item that I'm looking for that they might have.
Oh, what's that?
A Horn of Silent Alarm.
Let's see here.
I feel like I remember you saying it was like 400 gold.
Let's see the silent alarm one. Yeah, 400 gold.
Sick. Do they have one?
He tells you he does not, but he can, after hearing what you guys are about to be doing, recommend you to another shop that may have things that are more offensive. He's very defensive.
Okay. What was the AC boost for the Mariner's armor?
There wasn't an AC, it's just studded
Okay.
leather.
Blah.
But it
Okay.
gives you the Mariner's thing.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. So while wearing this armor, you have a burrowing speed of 20 feet and advantage
Whoa.
on advantage on perception checks that rely on smell. It's called Badger's Hide.
Ooh!
That feels moth-like.
It really does appeal to me, huh?
I kind of like it. It is hide armor.
I'm high.
I love how Xanathar's guide to everything has some of the fucking shittiest magic items.
Oh yeah.
Veteran's Cane. When you grasp this walking cane and use a bonus action to speak the command word, it transforms into an ordinary longsword and ceases to be magical.
Yeah. Sounds like an item to give to a old retired adventurer.
Maybe it's a starting item. And even then, it's good for one joke.
Why? I mean, I don't really need a burrowing speed, but that is very funny.
If you want it, it's 250 gold.
I mean,
But Moscow looks into the hole that has been dug recently.
I've
Oh.
done that before, and Travis hated it and punished me for it immensely.
Immensely.
You put me in a force cage. I didn't like that. I'm gonna leave the armor, but I will be thinking about it.
That's fair.
Oh, do they have like the real basics of like boots of Elvenkind and shit like that?
They do not. Those are at a place like this. Those are generally immediately distributed.
I mean, yeah, fair.
We love our boots of Elvenkind.
Mhm.
In the merchant circles I run in.
Yeah. I like
Do you
swish my
need
mustache
boots
and
of
fill up my
Elvenkind,
cloak.
Vic?
But I would like them.
That wasn't the question, or anything at all. Actually,
I don't need anything.
You're
I
less
want
likely to
everything.
roll a 1, which becomes an 11 if you get to roll with advantage. Although you
Yeah.
also have luck points. I need boots of Elvenkind.
I want them. Is the thing.
Because Dice Christ is not letting me roll well on my rogue skills until I take more levels in it. I just know it.
It's because I'm getting all the big numbers. I'm sorry. I'm just sucking up all
No,
the
the
big
problem
rogue
is you don't
numbers.
have enough dice to keep trying with.
Yeah, that is the thing.
She might have a point. I only have, I think I have 3 sets for Alar that I've been cycling through.
Ooh, that does actually remind me, Jack. I need to buy arrows or like bolts for my crossbow. I would like some different ones.
okay.
Hey, I'm working on some poison crossbow bolts.
Ooh.
Eee.
Maybe some like. Well, I mean, I guess any crossbow bolt is a fire crossbow bolt if you just fucking set it on fire. But
Yeah, but you could pack like sulfur and gunpowder, and when the two combine with a flasher on there, when you hit with it, it explodes.
I don't think I need to buy these. I think I just need to make friends with Gears. Actually,
Yeah, I'm just saying he could make those for you. Sure.
fuck. Gears doesn't like me.
It's true. Like, what sounds better? Just buying things or making friends with gears?
Hold on, we got a phone call.
I'm very persuasive though.
On the bright side, Gears loves making things. And so
Yeah.
it's easier to convince him to do that type of thing for you.
I was gonna say, in a very terrible choice of words, I can provide all sorts of goo. What I mean is things to make stuff out of, not what it sounds like. Oh, no.
Gears did help me trap an owlbear in a cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Gears likes you.
I suggested to help with arson one time.
I actually don't, other than the fact that we brought What's-His-Face to your church and you couldn't heal him, I don't know what you did to piss off Gear.
He thinks I'm a
is
fucking
suspicious.
a tramp.
be like, what kind of priest can't cast healing spells?
I'm just not that kind of priest.
Just
It's fine.
wouldn't let it go.
And
I
then he
still
called me a
think it's
tramp.
an accurate complaint.
Well, yeah.
You know what kind
But
of
I'm
priest
also-
can't cast healing spells? The fucking suspicious kind.
That is fair, but also I'm so much more than a priest, and we know this at this point.
I think you meant to say less. You are less than a priest.
I am lots of different things. One of those things is also a priest.
Priests don't have to have healing capabilities. I mean,
Yeah.
and what if she does more good
Yeah,
for
I mean,
her
technically
community?
a doctor doesn't have to be able to help you survive a wound.
That's
No,
true
I
because
mean,
you can
No,
have a
they just need to
doctorate in
charge
lots
you
of
for it.
things.
A doctor should be good at medicine.
No, because you could have a doctorate in like fucking ceramics. So like technically,
And
You're
that
right.
doesn't change the fact that if somebody volunteers the fact that they're a doctor and then I find out they're a doctor of ceramics, I'm going to be suspicious of the fact that they identified themselves as a doctor.
Hey, I would have done it just for the meme, honestly.
Especially since we had a wounded person at the time.
How was
I
I
mean-
a doctor? I'm a doctor. Great, this person had a heart attack. Oh, I'm not that kind of doctor.
Yeah. I was like, I spent the time and got the doctorate, but like, it's not a useful one. But no, it's fine. Like, you should trust me now. You know what I can do. You've seen me do the hiding and the shooting.
What you can do makes me more suspicious of you.
Yeah, but I can do things. I helped you get into somebody's store yesterday. Wasn't that fun? We left notes and threatened a woman.
You stole their watering cans. That makes me
All 18 of them.
deeply aware of your mental illness.
Oh, but I'm gonna dump the watering cans off the side of the ship.
Oh, that makes it better. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need these.
You're mentally unwell, and of the two of us, I think you're the bigger danger to the ship.
Oh, okay, to be fair, I also, when I was handed money, I immediately passed out, which is
Sorry about that.
also weird. Travis, I just mentioned that I dumped the watering cans off the side of the ship because I don't actually want them.
Fucking littering.
It's
Alright, can I go check
fine.
on the book
Gears,
real
your
quick?
whole existence is someone littered, and you inhabited
Imagine-
a robot.
Instead of jumping off the side of the ship, you could give them to Gears. Scrap metal's always useful.
Actually, it is.
Mm, I have already dumped them.
I just imagine, like, you know, he'll have like sulfur and then gunpowder and then like bolts and then 18 watering cans and then like paper and then,
I mean, hey, they would make good containers for grenades.
You
That is true.
you did
I
miss
was
Gears.
trying to get into botany, and somebody knew that I wanted to get into botany and still dumped 18
fuck.
watering cans over the edge.
That is a mistake. I remember this as I'm doing it, and I turn around and look at Gears, and then keep dumping them over the side. I had a brain fart.
Travis, I would like to go check on the book.
the book that you sealed in a steel box.
Yes, is it still there?
The box is still there.
It's good.
Are you in my fucking room, Gears?
Lovingly stroke the box.
I'm gonna fucking.
Alright, did you guys want to go to the
I don't
more
like that.
offensive shop?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Alright. So you go to the more offensive shop. Hold on, now I gotta find the fucking thing I got. What's the use of a book full of magic items if I don't use it?
That's fair.
That is fair. It is actually a library. And you enter the library,
I
and
feel
there
like
is a half-asleep, like, elvish, druidish-looking lady that's just, like, looks up at you, nods, looks back down at the book she's reading.
You got any books?
That thieves can't.
You look around. There's, like, bookshelves. There's probably only, like, 30 books. They are very empty.
Busy weekend.
She goes, we got some books. Was that in Thieves' Camp, by the way?
I don't think so. I think Aylar's just being a
I think
dick.
it's
Come up with
just
some
being a
thieves'
smart
camp.
Like, I feel like we walk in, like we know what this place is. They probably, in the single glance they got of us, know what we are. And decide to be like, so, books? Like, obviously we're here to buy shit and do crimes. And unfortunately, we're on a shopping episode.
We're all out of
After
crimes.
her, like, staring at you, you say the words you need to say. She was just like, that's all I need you to fucking say. Not allowed to do this otherwise.
I'm just saying, you know, sometimes I enjoy a little bit of pageantry in my communications with other people in the underworld.
Okay. So, she takes like a lever from underneath her thing, pulls it up underneath her desk. All of the bookshelves push forward, and they are shelves of weapons, shelves of fucking guns, bows, swords. What are you looking for? There's all kinds of shit.
Do they have any enchanted crossbows?
As far as crossbows are concerned, let me roll this. They do not have any enchanted crossbows. There is an enchanted bow.
I can't mount that in my arm.
I know.
Wait, you can't mount what in your arm?
A
bow.
regular bow. That's called holding. I would be holding it.
What do they have as far as rapiers go, or other one-handed gentleman swords?
I don't like how you phrase that.
One-handed gentleman.
Gentleman swords. Ugh.
I don't like that he's insinuating he's a gentleman.
I don't like that he has to be
Would you
Would you
one-handed.
like to hold my gentleman claw?
I'm as much a
Oh,
gentleman as you
one-hander?
are, Dr. Gears, and I'm a dandy.
I think any more than two is a bit much.
Alright, they have a buzzing blade.
What does that do?
It is a rapier that, as a bonus action, you can sing to this blade, causing it to emit a loud buzzing sound. The buzzing noise is audible up to 100 feet, and while the sword is buzzing, it deals an additional 1d6 thunder damage to any target it hits.
Well, shit.
The buzzing lasts until you stop singing, or until you drop or sheath the weapon. It can only be attuned to by bards.
So, just obviously, I would not be doing this in the session, but in game, Alar would be singing the entire time he's in a fight.
Yes.
I think you should do that.
Yeah, I'm just not really a singing bard. I'm more of like a storyteller bard.
Oh, tell us stories then.
But
Fine.
the thunder damage does fit my aesthetic. It's just the singing I'm not really keen on.
It didn't
You
say
could
it
do
had to be
sea
a good
shanties.
song.
Yeah, if you
And
have
that
a
is
hum,
true.
humming
Just
would
start
probably
wailing.
work.
Just make sound. Like when I was trying to distract Travis from when I hid his phone. It was very effective.
So how much for this sword?
That is going to be 2,000 gold.
Well, I just can't. I cannot do that at this juncture. Maybe this can be a next time stop.
That is fair.
I just kind of like, gently put it back on the shelf, like when you're shopping in real life, and then you finally look at the price tag and you're like, ooh,
Ooh, not that one today.
Next-
No.
next-
Maybe next
next
time.
time.
There is a bow. It is a long bow. It's called the Bow of Accuracy. It is a +1 bow whose range is doubled.
How much?
That is going to be 1,000 gold.
Ouch.
I mean, you've got to get that.
But I got paper school.
There is also a bucket, basically a crate, and it's full
Oh.
of different types of ammunitions. There is
I'll
a.
get the bow, Travis.
Do what?
I'll buy the bow.
You'll buy the bow? Okay. Let me. I doubt this is in Shard, actually. Give me a second. I need to make it.
So, are both ranges for the longbow doubled?
Yes.
That's beautiful.
It's crazy, actually. Bow of Accuracy. Yeah, I'll just make this real quick. There's several ammunitions. There's a bullseye arrow. This arrow has red fletching and a blunt red tip. You gain a +1 damage to attack rolls made with this arrow. On a hit, the arrow deals no damage, but it paints the target red for 1 minute. While the red dot on the target lasts, the target takes an additional 1d4 weapon damage from any ranged weapon that attacks it. In addition, ranged weapon attacks against the target score a critical hit on a 19 or 20.
Wow, that's
When the arrow hits this target, the arrow is destroyed.
So it's a one-use kind of arrow. It doesn't do damage, but makes all the other hits do more damage.
Yes.
How many of those are there?
There are 5 of those. They're 100 gold each.
Hey, if I buy one, can I see if Gears can make them?
yeah. I'll take them all actually. Fuck you.
Oh, okay, fuck me.
I'm not
anyways.
relying on you for my fucking shit.
I was trying to be nice!
These are arrows, not bolts.
Oh, okay, fair.
Understandable. I can maybe try and recreate the effect though.
Mm-hmm. Are there any fun bolts? Actually, is there a fun crossbow?
There's
already
not.
checked.
I did not
Oh.
roll a crossbow. Sorry. There is.
Because-
Hold on, where was it? 2 types of bolts. Ensnaring bolts,
Ooh.
which, when they hit the target, they do not deal damage, but they cast the snare spell. That's stupid.
How much?
Those are
Oh,
250 gold
buying all of
apiece.
them.
Those are
Actually, keep
enchanted.
buying all
I
of those.
don't know if I can recreate those.
You're a fucking artificer. They would just take magic. Do you know the snare spell?
No.
Oh. Find
Wait.
someone who
No.
does.
Wait. Yeah, I do actually. Holy
Oh.
shit.
You could probably make them. It would just consume a spell slot of it when you do it.
Yeah. Let me get one of those.
I need to make these ammunitions.
What was
Give me a
the
sec.
what was the other bolt? When you have a second?
The other boat
A boot?
is Flash. It says flash bomb, but it's a bolt.
Flash bolt.
When you hit a creature with the range attack using this, it releases a sudden flash of bright light. The target takes damage as normal, and everyone who can see the target must make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw or be blinded until the end of next turn.
Hey, that's just a dick move thing. How much is it? Just, for curiosity's sake.
That's 100 gold.
I would.
I want one, please.
I would just love
just-
the idea of just
just
Moth
one?
poking around corner and they just like shoot with the hand crossbow against one bandit in the room and it blinds everyone else.
Yeah.
But then I
Yeah.
could also picture Gears using it in actual battle and blinding all of us.
That's
Those are
Anything.
those are the 2 situations I see with that bolt.
How much? What was that? again?
Moth
Sorry,
finds
the
something
price?
they want, covers their eyes, then fires a bolt. Everybody's blind, and they just grab it and go.
All right. So the paint bolts were 500 apiece. 100 apiece for 500.
Yes. I
I bought
bet I
one
need to
snare
fucking
bolt
make these.
for 250. Was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then how much is the flash bolt?
100 gold.
100 gold. And how many of those do they have?
They have 3 of those.
So I'll buy 2 of them because I think Moth said she was buying the other one.
Okay.
That's fine. I was ready to argue with you about that.
I'm marking pages in this fucking book. Because I need to make these.
Mhm.
Alright. They also have a bone whip.
Oh.
It is a whip that
Yes.
looks like it's made out of something's vertebra. This whip is constructed with a humanoid vertebrae
Oh.
with their edges magically sharpened to a point. The bones are joined together into a colloded line by strands of steel wire. The handle is a femur wrapped in soft leather and tanned humanoid skin. You gain +2 to bonus to attack and damage rolls with this weapon. You can use a bonus action to cause fiendish energy to coat the whip for 1 minute. You gain 5 temporary hit points the first time you hit a creature with this each turn. In addition, when you deal damage to a creature with this weapon, they must succeed a DC 17 Constitution saving throw where their hit point maximum is reduced by amount equal to the damage dealt. This reduction lasts until the creature finishes a long rest. Once used, this property cannot be used again until the next dawn.
I don't think the Holy Boys would like that very much.
It is a very cursed weapon, and I fucking love it.
So cursed. Just out of curiosity, the thing where it takes off max hit points for the damage, would that also take off for sneak attack?
No, that is not weapon damage.
Okay. I mean, it's really cool, but I have Octavius, and he's like my best friend.
That is exceedingly powerful, and I think out of your price range.
Yeah.
How much is
I'll
it?
just admire.
9,400 gold.
Oh yeah, weirdly.
If
don't have
everyone
9,000
pulled
gold.
their money together, they could probably get it.
Get me a real fucked up whip, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've got like $1,000 left that I'd be willing to share.
No, I'm good for whips, thank you. What else do they got? Is there anything else?
I have to find this item because I don't know what it is. So a slipshod hammer is a large smith's hammer that appears to be rough in make and maintenance. If you use this hammer as part of a smith's tool set, it can repair metal items in half the time. It can also be used as a war hammer. When you roll a 20 on an attack roll made with this weapon against a target wearing metal armor, that target's armor is partially damaged, resulting in a -2 penalty to their AC. The armor is destroyed if you hit them 3 times, reducing their AC by a total of -6. So every time you
crits.
Yeah, that is weird.
Like if you crit somebody 3 times and they're not already dead, maybe we're in the wrong fight.
No. That's not a natural 20. A 20 or higher.
Oh. Okay. Little less weird. Be really good for a martial class.
What the fuck is a slime blade? Why do I hate it?
What?
Slime blade.
The blade of this sword is coated in an endless supply of slime. Despite the sword's tendency to drip, the slime does not overflow over its pommel, regardless of the angle at which it is held. You're immune to the effects of the slime while holding this sword. All other creatures are not. This slime is... Oh, it's acid. Oh, no. No, this is not for a pirate ship.
How much is that?
Irrelevant. I'm not putting this in the game. You just constantly ooze acid while holding the sword.
Maybe I already used, you don't know. What a horrible sentence.
And that is all of the weapons. Oh, yeah, and he also has cannonballs of...
Explosion. Oh, same thing.
Yeah.
He has 3 of those. They're 300 gold each. And they cast fireball when they hit.
That's
and
so
they are
cool.
cannonballs.
Taylor,
Taylor, would you like to get those for the ship?
I kind of do. I feel like we wouldn't even need a second ship for that one job if I'm fucking casting fireball when I hit them.
That is fair.
I'm only going to buy 2 of them, though.
Okay.
And I am going to give 1 to Gears to reverse engineer.
He's got to find someone who can cast fireball.
Eventually he'll be able to, right?
At a 9th level, I think.
Yeah, I think he's our best shot. Fireball doesn't fit my aesthetic, so even when I do get the spells for it, I probably won't take it.
I won't be able to cast it at any point. most unfortunately.
But theoretically, as part of his reverse engineering, he could just find how they infuse the cannonball with a spell, right?
Oh yeah.
So theoretically, once he's done with it, he could easily just as infuse it with, say, the shatter spell.
Mm-hmm. That'd be so fucking good.
I feel like a cannonball of shatter would be a little OP in ship-to-ship combat.
I didn't come
We
here
need
to
to
have a
win.
good time. I came here to get rich and complete my vendetta and then retire. Possibly kill a god if I'm still in the party.
Came here
I'm
to
just
fuck
here for
bitches
fun.
and make money. This ship is in the way of that.
Wait! Oh, maybe that's what my goal is. I'm just here for fun.
Now, granted, probably won't use it too often because the ships do need to be in a certain state of repair so that I can board and rob them. But if they're rolling around with like a military ship support, I know they don't got any loot. Shatter on those bitches. And nothing scarier than watching like a military frigate just explode.
Oh yeah. I added the bullseye arrow to Shard, so you can claim that.
I'll go ahead and grab that. Oh, I have to add it. Okay. Two, three, four, 5 of those. And then I still need my snare bolts and my flash bolts.
Working on it.
I don't remember which one I bought now. Oh, I think it was the flash one.
Alright, hold on. I spell that right? Yeah, ensnaring bolt is available now.
I've also almost spent all the money that we won, so gonna need to rob some more people.
Oh no. I think I spent, what was it, 100 gold on that flash bolt?
Yeah.
Should remove that.
I still got a fair amount. I only spent about $1,000.
I guess I've only
I
spent
spent
about
100.
1,200.
Oh,
Or did I
snare
already
bolt.
remove it?
Bought one of those. And then flash bolt. There's a flash bottle.
Alright, and the flash bolt is in there. Yeah. Okay.
Like, there was supposed to be more than one flash bolt, I think.
What? Yeah, once I create it, you can just add it.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought you were just putting it in shared treasure.
No, I was creating them so that you can add them to your
Oh.
sheets.
Well, I've got plenty to do in my downtime now.
When we leave here, I want to go find a place.
Yeah, I mean, I'm done here. We can leave and find a place.
Sick.
Oh, actually, there's one other thing I'd like to grab. Can I get... How much for, like, 10,000 feet of rope?
Oh my god.
No, there's a reason.
I'm sure there
10,000
is.
feet of rope. Hold on.
That's so much rope, though.
There is a very good reason. So it's 1 GP for 50 foot of rope.
Yeah. So
What's 10,000 divided by 50?
it'd be 200 gold. How much does 50 feet of gold of rope weigh?
So 200 gold, yeah. Well, I'm going to store it on the ship. It's for ship use. There's a reason.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
I think he's mostly talking about how to get it back to the ship.
I'll pay another GP for somebody to loan me a cart.
That's 4 tons of rope.
Seriously?
Yes.
Rope is heavy.
10,000 feet.
Mhm.
Like a 50-foot garden
Well, it's 10
hose
pounds
weighs
for the
like
spool of 50.
How many feet of rope on frigates?
That'd be 2,000 pounds.
You still couldn't physically even try. So the average frigate class war vessel in the Revolutionary War had around 2,200 feet of rope in it for its sails and the ship rigging.
Are you
And
even
they-
going to ask why I need 2,000 feet of rope?
10,000 feet? Why do you need 10,000 feet? Why do you need 5 ships worth of rope?
He's gonna get the crew really into Shibari.
The question is, Travis, before I even try and explain this, are you going to let me have 10,000 feet of rope?
You need to explain it first. Like, I can let you have, like a reasonable amount of rope. I don't think a place would store that much rope. Like, you would need
Hold
to...
on. I need to do another check here.
That is 5 full frigates of rope.
Fuck, I honestly need 12,000 feet. But
Oh my
To do
God.
what?
Really
Ah.
into Shibari.
So you see, if we ever sink a ship by accident, but we really needed something off that ship, I'm not jumping into the water and sinking in 10,000 feet of water without some way back.
Can we demote into anchor boy yet?
denied.
The average depth of the ocean is 3,700 meters or 12,000 feet.
Of the ocean, you're currently in like a Caribbean thing.
How deep ocean in Caribbean?
Can't you just like build yourself something that like propels you back upward? Like, can't you give yourself like torpedo propulsion or something?
Yeah, if you're in the middle of the ocean, it's going to be a bad time because it's not the average. But if you're near coast, it's not going to be that bad. But also, you get fucked.
I also like the idea of Gears being willing to jump down 10,000 feet to retrieve what I can only assume is something only he wants. But he needs a way back up, and that way
I'm
involves
sorry,
trusting
am I the only
me.
one here that wants money?
Probably.
No, I do support this, but I think there's a better way of doing it.
I mean,
Like-
a
like
flotation
maybe-
device. Oh,
yeah,
wait.
I was gonna say like a
No,
ripcord
device and
flotation thing.
rocks. Well, it could be even simpler. Just a life vest and a couple rocks.
Mhm.
Just cut the rocks loose.
I mean, what if you
I mean,
just like
yeah.
cast Featherfall on yourself?
Well, Travis, since you won't let me have 2 tons of rope, I guess I'm gonna need a life vest and 3 large rocks. Can I have a life vest and 3 large rocks?
No.
It'll be 200 gold.
This plan just has the energy of someone you haven't spoken to since high school contacting you about
Listen.
they're totally not an MLM.
If you
Yeah, I just
sink
came
a
up with
ship
a new
and you want
crypto.
something off that ship, you're gonna have to like deal with it.
I just think you should invent a thing that's like a ripcord, and it just produce like those ripcord like boats.
No,
Dinghies.
I really do feel like an empty cask and 3 rocks is Probably
you'll
as
tell you
intelligent
what.
a solution as I need.
I just think it would be funny to rip the cord at random.
Hold on.
Make you produce balloons.
What I'm getting from this is Gears can't swim.
Water walk. The spell grants you the ability to walk on liquid surfaces, blah, 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 blah. If the target is submerged in a liquid, the spell carries the target to the surface at 60 feet per round.
There you go. That's special. I pull you back up with a rope. Because I don't
It's a
really like you
third
that
level
much.
spell.
Fair enough. Okay. Carrying on.
And that fits my
Very-
aesthetic. I might actually take that if bards can learn it.
I think bards can.
There we
Ooh,
go.
that would be really helpful in like a ring or something.
There is a ring of it.
How much does that ring cost?
You haven't found one.
Oh, actually, there's also the Cloak of Manta, I think it's called.
Well, Cloak of the Manta Ray.
It is Cloak of the Manta Ray, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Unironically.
Yeah.
I have heard of this one.
It's an uncommon item, and it gives me a swimming speed of 60 feet.
Yeah.
But only when the hood is up.
Only when the hood is up, yes.
And you can breathe underwater, but I don't think that's relevant for you.
I don't need to breathe.
That was exactly my point.
If we're done here, I would like to billow away and find a place.
Okay.
I'm debating to see whether or not they have 2 specific magic items, but I also think they're a little bit over the top.
Alright, what two? I can
The Dread Helm.
see here.
Yes.
I'm trying to find the other one. I think it was some form of armor. Let me find it. There it is.
I'd say you could find a dread helm. That's awesome. I like it.
And the smoldering armor.
You want both things? You know what? What are you in chainmail?
I think I am currently. Hold on. Yes. But I do have 2,400 gold, so I
Fair.
can't get full plate.
Oh.
Oh my god, that's so good.
No, how much would it? So full plate is 1,500 by the book, right?
Yeah.
How much would it cost to get the smoldering one?
In full plate,
Yeah.
it's an extra 100 gold on the price. So 60.
Sold.
And then the dread helm, since it's aesthetic, is just 100 gold.
So 1,700 gold.
1700 gold.
Okay.
Full plate's an AC of 20, isn't it?
Well, with his shield, he'll have 20. Yeah.
I think I like more than that because I think about for the defense fighting style.
Oh god. So yeah, 21. That's
Did
amazing.
I? Trying to find it now. Yeah, fighting style defense. While you're wearing armor, gain +1 to AC.
So you'll have a 21 AC. That's fine. That's what you had with Shield of Faith. Shield of Faith, you'll have 23.
And as soon as I get full plate +1 or a shield of +1.
Oh boy.
It's like that beam was like, oh, my AC is 25. You can't possibly hit me. Arrow through the vision slit.
Nat 20, as I keep critting you guys all the time.
Let's see.
That
if
is
this is-
fair.
Please say that this is unshot. It is unshot. Yoink. Nope, that's shared treasure. The other one. Smoldering. Plate
We'll
mail.
be right back, actually.
This is so dumb. I love it.
So what does smoldering do?
So, wisps of harmless, odorless smoke rise from the armor while it is worn. That's literally it. I've just forked out, 1,700 gold for aesthetics.
I approve.
I mean, yeah.
I don't even think my Tabaxi rogue was this flamboyant with aesthetics. Annoyingly, I don't actually think I can. It won't let me wear the dread, which is annoying.
I'm assuming it's just like a real creepy helm.
Well, no, like it sounds like when you hear Dreadhelm, you think black spikes, that kind of thing. But literally, all it says about it, if I can find it, is this fearsome steel helmet makes your eyes glow red while you wear it.
That's okay. That is sick though.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Apart from my eyes are already creepy.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
So you guys have done your shopping. A lot of you have spent a good chunk of your money.
I want to go find a thing.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for like a blacksmith or like a metal worker who makes dumb things. Or like intricate dumb things.
Make an investigation check at disadvantage.
Okay. Disadvantage 17.
You find a blacksmith that has some like metal work and like wire work, but it's very basic.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Hello. I have a commission for you.
Yes. Oh.
I need a watering can that's shaped like a frog.
A frog.
And I need it within like 2 days.
Do you want one that's shaped like a frog or a toad? Those get confused.
A frog, and I want it to look like the water's coming out of his mouth. The whole thing.
Okay. 2 gold.
2 gold. 2 gold?
2 gold. This is gonna be difficult.
Oh my god.
Says the large human.
I give him 10 gold. I want this to be your best work ever. I wish I could inspire him.
Do my best.
Okay. And you can get that within 2 days?
I will have this by this evening.
Oh, okay. Can I just hang out and
I'll be
watch
back
you
in like 5 minutes.
Okay. Can I hang out and watch him make it? I'm interested now.
Yes.
Okay, sick.
He works exceedingly hard at this.
Uh-huh.
You see him, he even like he mixes like different types of materials in with the metal to change it green.
Ah!
And then like he's just hammering away, making a round little thing.
Mm-hmm.
After all is said and done, I will post the picture in.
Oh, I found a picture as well. I want to see which one you picked. Yeah! That's basically what I was looking at. It's so good.
But yes.
I love this guy. What is his name? Please name this man. I will not remember it, but...
My name is Smith.
I love that. Thank you so much. I will tip him another 5 gold. Okay.
He is ecstatic at the tip, and it's just like, oh. Oh.
I will make sure to come back if there's anything else I ever need. And then I guess I'd go back to the ship.
That is fair. Just gave that man, like, a lot of money.
A lot of money, yeah. I'm gonna go find Gears.
I'm sorry. He's probably in his new workshop.
Okay, I go there. Hey Gears, if you're still there.
I am still here.
Okay, I have a gift for you. I know you were very disappointed when I got rid of all the watering cans. I didn't really think about what the fuck I was doing. So I had something made for you and your new hobby that you're taking up. and I present him the frog watering can.
It's perfect.
It's just so good.
I've been working on this new grenade,
Okay.
and that is the perfect size and shape.
No. You cannot destroy this. This is a friend. And a gift.
I mean, I promise you, with the right amount of explosives, I can destroy anything I damn.
I trust that that is accurate, but also, please do not destroy the only gift I've ever given you.
I'll think about it.
Take it back. I love this. I'm trying to be nice so you make other things for me, I'll be honest.
And it might work. Mostly only because I need other people to shoot crossbow bolts as well, because I'll have too many.
Oh, I'm also going to tell you, per day, you can make 2 things with your alchemy supplies.
Well, I mean, I figured I'd still needed to use the downtime to research the other things that we've just acquired.
Yeah, that's without that's like on top of everything else.
Okay. 2 crossbow bolts a day, I can fuck with that.
I'm probably not able to, but can I help with anything?
Are you proficient in alchemy supplies?
Weirdly, no, probably not.
Are you proficient in tinkering tools?
No.
You can watch him do it.
I can be supportive.
And
yeah.
do you like the idea of spending time with Gears?
If you help, it will simply be him rolling at disadvantage.
Oh, I will be decorative help then. As in, I'm just watching and supporting, and not actually doing anything.
That's fair.
It just stops me from pestering Alar for a bit.
That's what I was thinking. If Moth is hanging out with Gears, then that's less time that they're just passing out in my bed and asking me questions about my past.
I mean, I'm still going to find time to do that. I have nothing else here. I could.
Listen, isn't everyone's past an open book? Doesn't everyone just not remember, like, past 2 years ago?
Yeah. Surely.
And it's like 3 years for me, but yeah.
Huh.
That hurt. Alright.
I will tell you more about my past, but funnily enough, I don't have my notes on me, so I don't remember it.
If anyone wants to volunteer, I will tell them everything about Moth's past.
No!
No volunteers. No one cares. Alright.
Can I? Wait, I want to think about it. I'm going to think about it.
You're going to think about it?
Yep.
Come back.
I pass
out. So, Alar, at some point through this few days that you're still in Accra, you do meet up with a certain person you were trying to meet up with the whole time.
Cool.
You both get a seat at a tavern. He goes, I heard you have a job you need help with.
There's just a particular ship that's going to be running with a little bit of extra muscle. And I feel like we could come to an agreement on loot. It's not the word I was looking for, but it's the only word that would come back into my brain after it left. Once the smoke has settled, so to speak. If you'd be willing to be my extra muscle.
He nods, takes a sip of his milk, and goes, well, I believe that means that this comes with some danger, since the ship is going to have some extra muscle. What incentives would you have to, motivate us to help you?
Well, obviously I would not be the final say on shares, being as I am not the captain of my vessel, and you would not be the final say on accepting any offer, seeing as you are not the captain of yours. But I would say that a whole bunch of fucking money is quite the incentive, for just a tiny bit of danger.
That's fair. He rarely accepts less than a 45% cut.
Well,
Do you have any idea?
I'm
But,
sure we could work something out. Perhaps we could limit the danger to your own vessel by volunteering ourselves as the flagship. And as we be taking on the brunt of the danger, he would maybe have to be okay with a slightly smaller share than he's used to. 45%, nearly equal. And if he wants equal shares, it'd be equal danger.
Ooh.
I'm gonna be honest. We could make that deal. He might even accept it. But once the cannons start flying and the lights go on in the night, you ain't gonna be in front of him. He is he gets worked up in the moment. If you know what I mean.
The sea has that effect on people. Well, if you think he would be amenable to an offer, I can certainly talk to my captain and see what share of the remaining loot that doesn't make its way to the bottom of the sea they'd be willing to part with.
I can relay this. You'll have your answer probably soon.
Very good.
He downs the rest of his milk and then gets up and leaves. Didn't make fun of his milk drinking this time.
Well, you know, bad form to make fun of someone when you're asking for help.
That is very fair.
Although I do have a cannonball that can cast fireball, so it's possible I don't need help. Although they try some shit, they're gonna see.
Just save it, and then they turn and go, the ship's ours, and you go, oh, that's unfortunate.
Looks like I'm sinking 2 ships tonight. Yeah. And then there is one more thing I would like to do, which I don't know how to go about it. But if there are any any contacts from the I'm gonna get to it.
Are you scrolling through notes?
Yeah.
Roper?
I haven't put it in Obsidian, so it's still in a Word document that I have in a different folder than all of my Obsidian notes.
Oh, man. Dude, the notes that I scrolled through yesterday, oh my fucking god. Oh my goddamn Chaos Gremlin.
And it takes so long. There we go. Okay. So, on the continent of Zamira, which we are heading towards, I would like to find out if there are any contacts for the Disciples of the Serpent Thieves Guild. Just to kind of have advance warning precede our arrival physically on land, so that'd be easier to make contact with them when we get there.
Do you want to know if there's any contacts here in Accra for them?
Correct.
There are. There is. So you'd like to make contact? Is there anything you would like to say specifically?
Just say a representative of the Ocean Father is looking for some of his nephews.
Okay. It's one of those situations where, like, an old man's on a park bench feeding some birds, and you sit down on a park bench across from him. You exchange words.
The funny section are always better on Sundays.
I don't read the paper anymore. The news is often bad.
Ain't that the truth? You know there are pirates, apparently? Crazy times we live in.
Jesus.
The old man is dying.
Sorry, I
The
took a
old man
swig of my drink.
Fully dies.
He's
Try not to
recharging his
laugh.
breath weapon. Psych! I'm a fucking dragon!
I always read the news. I hate good things.
Alright, Boomer.
Okay, boom.
The entitled millennials are waiting for a housing crash. Meh.
Yep,
Yeah.
sure am.
Maybe I should.
There's no market that's safe from the millennials. We kill everything.
Yeah.
There,
We do.
they're killing diamonds.
The avocado toast market is very safe.
Right.
I will. Yeah.
Oh, it's just Netflix and avocado toast. Okay, so if I cancel my £10 a month Netflix subscription, I can afford a deposit. Let's see, so that's £10 a month. 12 months in the year. Let's divide 30,000 by 12.
It'll only take you 36 years to put down payment on a house.
£2,500. Years, sorry.
To afford a house.
To afford the deposit. By cancelling my £10 a month Netflix subscription.
That's so good.
So what's stopping you? The shell of mortality? Weak. We don't quit here in America.
You gotta pick yourself up by your bootstraps.
2,000 years?
Worry.
Those are rookie
Don't
numbers.
worry. Don't worry. New housing regulations in the UK have come into effect.
Oh no.
So if I buy a house now and I'm still paying off the mortgage, my children can inherit the debt.
Yeah. I mean, I get. Yeah. It's fine. I'm not having children.
Going back to serfdom. Just to the banks. To your local
Yeah.
noble.
It's fine.
Well,
Yeah.
one and the same.
Anyway, back to the fantasy game where we don't worry about taxes.
Exactly.
I would like to support another small business. I
Okay.
remembered a thing. I would like. I would like to find a leather worker
All
that
right.
does intricate things.
Fuck.
I would like to commission somebody who could do intricate leatherwork to make a squirrel-sized squirrel mask.
I feel like you said a lot of consonants, not enough vowels. You say squirrel-sized girl mask?
Squirrel mask.
A squirrel-sized squirrel mask.
Yes.
So a squirrel mask you put on a squirrel to make it look like a squirrel?
Or a squirrel mask you'd put on a mouse to make it look like a squirrel? Like,
So it's a squirrel size.
who has a squirrel?
looks like a squirrel.
Yeah. Because I sold my squirrel mask, and you were like, "Oh, is that a mask that makes you look like a squirrel, or is that a mask for a squirrel?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck, I need one of those." So it's. I
So
want,
it's
like, a-
both?
yeah, kind of. It makes the thing look like a squirrel, but it's also the size a squirrel could. But I want it to be like,
Or
you know, those little hoods you put on like hunting hawks. I want it to be like that kind of like head covering, but I want it to be shaped like a squirrel's head. I'm supporting small business.
I get you've said that a couple times.
I've amused myself.
this feels
You
more
had-
like you're
the
just.
only leather shop is the one you guys went into previous, and you ask the hulking, thick-handed man to make this,
Please.
and he looks and he goes, "No."
Ah!
Maybe
I'm
you can
confused.
confuse a different shop owner later about this.
I'm going to
This
leave you a
man-
scathing review in the tavern.
Moth,
Bill, I walk out.
Moth thinks they're supporting a small business owner, but what they're really doing is just sliding into some craftsman DMs and demanding they make something that's not on any of their like pages.
Yeah.
Be like,
I'm an Etsy shop.
be like, hey,
I make leather hats and shoes. Will you make a squirrel?
I saw that you made
Yeah.
boots. Would you make a mask for a squirrel? But wait, you didn't let me finish.
Wait,
It's
so-
a squirrel mask.
Yes, also, important point, it looks like a squirrel.
I cannot stress enough that I want my pet to be squirrel squared when it's when it's flying from battle.
Can I find a pet shop?
Maybe.
I would like a red squirrel.
What color leather were you going to use?
Brown.
Okay.
I'm not gonna make it out of the squirrel, I'm just gonna have a squirrel.
I know. I was just wondering, like, if the leather mask is a different shade than like
You
the
do
squirrel
find a pet
fur, maybe the disguise will break down.
Oh yeah, true.
shop. The name of the pet shop is Pets R Us.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've got
Ow.
parrots. They've got monkeys. They do have a couple squirrels.
Do they have
Do you
a red
want
squirrel?
one trained or untrained?
Ooh, I want a trained red squirrel, please.
A trained red squirrel?
Yes.
45 gold.
Ah, yes.
It's a steal.
Yeah. I'm not spending my money on anything else. I tried to buy bolts and Gears got them all, so like, fuck it.
On the mainland, trained squirrel, 100 gold easy.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Mhm.
I have to name this.
Hold on.
What's a good name for a squirrel?
I can barely remember the name of my cat most times.
I named mine after somebody else's pet. Which was really awkward when I then made
How
friends
do you
with that
spell
person
squirrel?
and the pet died.
With a Q.
Yeah.
SQUA?
I R R E L.
R-R-E-L.
Who the fuck
Thank you.
thinks squirrel has an A in it?
I don't fucking know.
Well, squirrel.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, what is he, Webster's?
We use the Oxford English Dictionary.
You know, over here we
Wait,
speak
hold on.
American. And that's
Did you just
My
call
language.
the Webster's Online Dictionary Websters?
I just most certainly did not.
Okay. I was just like, you said it, and then eventually the cogs in my brain started turning, and I'm like, wait, hold on. Hang on.
What would you name a squirrel?
Dale, Chip,
Terrible name.
Patrick Swayze,
Ah,
Chris Farley.
what was the name that I was going to give myself and then I decided not to?
What, Fig?
No,
Emily and
no, in
whatnot.
my series of 8 names, I actually cut that down from like 10. Or 11. Spoons.
Do you just panic
Soup.
and name your squirrels spoons?
Soup?
Soup.
Yes.
Soup spoons.
I
Why don't you just call it oyster fork and call it a day?
No. I'm gonna use the name that I was gonna use for the cat I was gonna get instead of bear. So the squirrel's name is Beef Wellington Longclawson III. Or Beef.
To his friends.
Which are many, because he's trained. I'm probably going to call him Welly.
Oh, that's really good too. I've amused myself too much with this fucking squirrel. I'm sorry, Beef. Actually, Welly is good, yeah. For a squirrel. Beef is more of a cat name.
Yeah, beef sounds like a nickname you give a pet that you're trying to remind could be food.
You can eat squirrels.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like you're trying to intimidate the squirrel.
I don't need to. It's trained. I know. I might change that, but like, I just like the idea of a squirrel named Beef Wellington Longclawson the Third.
Comes
Travis
from a
has
long
died.
line of Longclawsons.
Yeah.
I am not dead. Hold on.
How long of
Are you
claws
giving me a
do
squirrel?
squirrels
That was
have?
happening. And like when we're fighting stuff, the squirrel can hide with Olivia. It's fine. In her room.
There you go.
Did you give me a pet? Where would that even be?
In your companions.
Oh. Squirrel! I love! That's so cute. Can't make everybody say it. Oh.
Do not click add map. If you give it initiative, I'm killing it.
No, it's fine.
If you add it to my initiative tracker, I'm killing it.
I would never kill Tiny Beef
Wellington
Alright.
Longclawsman the Third.
Longclawson the Third, yeah.
You should be able to change his name.
I have not 100% set on the name yet,
Okay.
but Tiny Beef does amuse me.
So you now have a squirrel. It can
I
like
like the
retrieve
idea.
objects for you.
Mhm. I like the idea that I was like, hey guys, I'm just gonna pop out and like support small business. I come back with a fucking squirrel.
I like the idea
Well,
of
that's me.
me being with you this whole time, seeing you get turned down at a leather shop, and then being like, fuck that guy. I'm getting a squirrel.
Actual squirrel.
Yeah.
And then that squirrel will be able to ask for a mask itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll go back to the leather guy and just be like, hey, you could have made a mask for this adorable creature, and you said no.
He's gonna say no again and ask you to politely but firmly to leave.
Mm. But I have a really nice mustache as well.
He does not care for your fake mustache.
Wait. How dare you? Also, can he actually see through my disguise?
He saw you walk into a thieves' can't security room.
Oh, yeah, true.
He trusts nothing anymore.
No, I mean fair. Am I just to double check? Am I disguised as something that you actually can roll against?
I mean, yeah.
What would the DC on that be?
It would be your passive deception, which is fucking fuck
Oh.
off.
What is it?
What's your deception?
My deception is plus 11.
So it would be like 19.
Ha.
Your passive
Okay.
deception is 19.
Nice. Okay, that's good to know. I actually didn't know how that worked. Okay, I have taken up a lot of time. I'm just gonna hang out with my squirrel for a while. And Gears, I guess.
And gears, I guess.
Gears, I bought a squirrel.
At some point, a crow lands on the crow's nest, and Olivia shouts down and he goes, "You got a letter!" She's just holding it. She's not like handing it down or coming down at all.
There's like 30 of us on this ship, doll. Who's the letter for?
He goes, Alar.
I'll fucking climb up.
Make it all the way to the top. It says 35%. They're the front ship, and if everything is sunk, then you guys owe them like money.
A
One
whole
whole
money.
Compensation, and it would depend on how bad the fight went.
Unfortunately, we have the same brain.
I guess I'll
Like terms.
take it down to tomorrow. As
Olivia is just petting the crow, and the crow is just like chill with it, vibing.
fucking bird could have flown to any part of the ship.
But you know, the crow's nest.
I'm probably like in a full flop sweat as I can get down. It's just gonna be me going up and down multiple times for these fucking counter proposals. Although it does sound like they're kind of negotiating against themselves. They dropped 10% off their asking, and then volunteered to be first. Like the only negative outcome is if, in the heat of the battle, they sink everyone.
The captain is known to be, kind of crazy.
Probably fine.
But also, if they dock first, I mean,
Yeah, I'll take the note tomorrow.
all right.
This is the second task that I have in mind, right? The first one is there's a, like, basically passenger vessel.
Yeah, going
Disembarking.
south. This is the one that's much later that you would need help with that has a security detail. Which would be on its way to, fucking...
Momathon.
Yeah. The next one, the one soon, is, like a passenger vessel. I don't own mustard. Fuck. Sorry, I'm making a sandwich.
Because I'm inclined to accept their offer, with the caveat that if all ships are sunk, I will be the angry one. Well, I guess not that angry.
No, I actually think Mara would be the angry one.
Yeah.
Because Mara, as much as she enjoys the vendetta,
Because this is the one that's not flying the flag. This is just pure piracy that we get to
yes,
take part in, and potentially give Gears a workshop
Yes.
ship,
correct.
a floating laboratory.
Mm-hmm.
Gears wants that, right?
Very much so.
Do we want that for Gears?
Do you want to swim home?
Yeah, I mean, if he's gonna keep doing experiments, I feel like it's better he does it on his own boat.
No, Gears needs a lab ship, so when he blows up the ship, he's the only one affected.
I mean,
Yeah.
also, like, push it far enough. I can set up production on the ship, maybe hire some assistants, and get y'all some real fun toys.
Ooh.
I'd probably have to recommend hazard pay for everyone manning Gears' ship,
Mm-hmm.
but we can
Problem is,
afford
we can't
that.
pester him if he's on a different ship.
We can't pester him.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. He's never pestered me.
Yeah, you can climb across. There will be a rope.
Oh, that doesn't seem safe.
I
You
can't.
climb up rope going up the sails.
I honestly feel like it's a tie between who is more excited for this: Gears to get his own ship and just have a full working laboratory, or
Everyone else,
me,
Gears
who
can have
will
his
no
own
longer for Gears to have his own ship and his little laboratory. Like, for different reasons, we both want this the maximum amount.
So many more than win-win. It's like win-win-win, win-win-win, win-win.
Yeah. And so if these fucking berserkers ruin this for me, I'm gonna take their ship and give it to Gears.
Fair.
Are you? Is that gonna be?
I mean, I'm down for a little betrayal.
Oh, it won't be betrayal.
no
That'll
honor
be part of the
amongst
agreement.
Yeah. I kind of want to put that in there. Be like, one ship obviously needs to remain unsunk because it's the one that is being transported by the security detail, and a second ship needs to be salvageable, or else I am taking yours. And then you can have whatever compensation we agreed on for all ships being sunk. But good luck getting it to land.
Ooh. Okay. So you and Mara come up with counteroffer.
Our robot needs a boat, and you better not fuck us.
For the love of God.
Cannot stress enough
Fun
how
sentence.
almost making money at this point is secondary to our robot getting a boat.
That is fair.
Which just... It's funny that this also fits my theme of the money is secondary in my piracy schemes. It's just like an added bonus. It's literally like being tipped for doing something I wanted to do in the first place.
Almost like being tipped for something you want to do in your first place. Okay, that's fair. So, you reply. You climb up the crow's nest with the reply.
Run to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah.
It's mildly threatening. It has a decent offer in it.
And I feel like we fully agree on compensating them for what they would have made had they not gone into a bloodlust and sunk all the ships.
Yeah.
And then the counter offer. Part of me just wants to stay up here because they're going to keep sending this crow.
It's gonna be about 10 minutes. And the crow comes back.
It's going to keep
Land.
climbing up and down.
Yep.
I'm gonna
This
send
time-
a squirrel up there.
They agree. They respect your violence. Your threat is understood and expected.
This is why we have a nice casual working relationship.
But that's in... I forgot the exact timeline, but that's the next thing. After this one. So after 4 days in Accra,
And did I have to do anything else with the old man with the peanuts? Or did I
No,
make my
Yeah.
wants known? Okay.
they are informed that at some point you will be over there. And what you potentially want.
Nice.
Don't have a reply because that takes time, but
Yeah. And I don't even know if I'm really expecting a reply. It's
that's fair.
because, yeah. We're not going to be in the same place. I mean, we might come back to Accra, so if the time frame works out, I might check back, but if it doesn't, then I'm just going to hopefully show up and be recognized. But not by the right people. Wrong people. I only want to be recognized by the people I want to recognize me. There we go.
I would like to not be recognized, but I don't know that that's gonna work out for me.
Mm-hmm.
I also, to be fair, don't know that that's necessarily a risk. I have a squirrel now.
Are you sure you're looking for a slutty rogue? Did this one also have a squirrel?
It occurs to me that I'm gonna have to leave the squirrel behind a lot. Like, I'm gonna have to choose which outfit the squirrel goes with.
The squirrel can get outfits.
Oh, fuck, Travis! Oh no! Oh wait! The guy, what's the guy from Baldur's Gate who has the thing, the animal Boo?
Oh goddamn! I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
The
what
fucking
is
barbarian.
Boo? Yeah. What is Boo? Is he a squirrel?
Uh-huh.
No, he's
no?
a hamster.
Yeah.
He's a
Okay.
hamster,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm him. I need to name my squirrel. Like, actually, I kind of like spoons.
I will point out that Boo fought in combat, though.
Oh, yeah.
The squirrel is purely decorative.
I do believe a quote was, "Go for the eyes, Boo. Go for the eyes."
You missed half of it because the other half was. Ah!
Hold on.
I remember that. Yeah, no, squirrel is decorative and can have outfits now. Oh no. Can I make those outfits?
Alright, it's Misk and Boo. They are
Yeah,
timeless
okay.
heroes.
Yes. But Travis, can I make those outfits for the squirrel? I feel like with my background I should technically be able to.
You can make squirrel disguises.
Yes! Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to come up with a bunch of different names for the squirrel. That actually makes that easier. Oh, this is a whole thing. Got that right. Travis.
What?
Can I make the squirrel a mustache?
Yeah.
Yes! Okay. Sorry, I fully derailed again. I got excited. What are we doing next?
Well, I'm eating a sandwich, but,
I think potentially setting sail.
yeah, after 4 days at Acra, is there anything you want to finish up before you guys head out towards to try and intercept the ship heading to Frosthaven?
I'm gonna buy a selection of fabrics.
You buy 5 gold of fabrics, which is so many fabrics for a squirrel.
So many. I make sure at least some of them match what I
Does
already
Moth
have.
need help training a squirrel?
You bought a trained one.
Oh. I thought you wanted an untrained one.
No. That would have been cheaper, but I have so much money that I'm not spending that I may as well fucking splash out on a pre-trained squirrel. Squirrel. Who is that?
Fair enough. I don't think we need to do anything else, do we?
No.
No.
I mean, I guess while we're sailing, I will still hang out in support of Gears doing stuff, but also attempt to fashion a squirrel-sized mustache out of squirrel fur. I kind of... you know those dogs that look like they have mustaches? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of want it to look like that. Oh, Merlin in fucking Sword in the Stone, when he was a squirrel.
Oh my god.
Yes!
I just imagined you giving like your squirrel a haircut and using the hair clippings to fashion a mustache to then attach to the squirrel.
Yeah, or like brushing out his tail, its tail, their tail, their tail. No gender for the squirrel.
Well, not until you can get to speak with animals and ask them.
That is true, yeah. Oh
I
wait,
have speak with animals.
yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you have that. Would you like to talk to my squirrel?
We can assume there's at least a day on the ship where I'm bored and I just start talking to your squirrel.
Mm-hmm. I just
you
want
guys
to make sure
triggered
that
me
happens.
super hard with the sword and the stone reference.
Why?
Actually,
Because
How?
the female squirrel was heartbroken, and then they just abandoned her, and she's not seen
Oh my
again the
God.
rest of the film.
No. I saw a post the other day that
I haven't seen that movie in
fixed
so long.
Arthurian legend with that movie. And basically what they did was they were like, if they had made the female squirrel, who was fully in love with Arthur, into an actual real girl, she would have been fully devoted to him. And thus he would have married her instead of Guinevere. And thus his kingdom would not have fallen because Guinevere fucking cheated on him. And it fixes Arthurian legend with a fucking squirrel girl.
What?
I don't
I'll have to
know.
find the post again.
Oh, yeah. I know. The Sword in the Stone, the Disney one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have written and read many a fanfic involving that situation happening. Anyway,
Oh, no.
not lewd fan. I was it was just happily ever after
Uh-huh.
fucking shit. Fuck off.
Uh-huh.
Fuck off.
Uh-huh. You
It
fucking
was
furry.
not.
You furry.
It wasn't. She got turned into a human.
She's still a squirrel.
No, she got educated.
Still had an affinity for nuts.
Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, you guys set sail from Accra.
from Accra.
From Accra.
Movie's so good, I need to watch it again. It's been a while. My goal was always to become Madame Mim. I might be succeeding.
Anyway, it's going to take. Where is my map? I swear I have it. Oh, here it is. That map's probably not going to work.
Is it
So.
too far?
You could. Actually, hold on. The boat that you're intercepting is leaving from Idramir. And it is stopping at Gesh for 1 day to supply. And you can either try to go really fast and hit it before it arrives at Gesh, or go at a normal pace and hit it as it's leaving Gesh.
I think that's what we had decided on.
Okay.
Was,
I didn't remember what we had.
because I think you had said it was leaving Gesh to go to Frosthaven.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
Well, then this map will probably still be better. And then that will be 5 days.
you need some D10 rolls.
I need some D10 rolls.
Is that from everybody?
That's okay. I'm really good at these.
Whoever's piloting the ship.
Not me.
Piloting ship.
That's a 1, my guy.
I love ones.
No.
Where is this? Huh. Give me a second.
Oh no. How fucked up is this?
What do we do?
I think get fucked.
Oh yeah, I think we die.
You know what? It was fun. I really enjoyed you guys coming
Uh-oh.
along for the ride with all of my things. So
I'm glad that I get to get my character out right in time to die. Or my squirrel!
sacrifice a squirrel. We can all live.
No!
I don't like that. That's 100.
Oh yeah. And on a 1.
Aww.
It was payback for me, like rolling 3 8s in a row and Travis being sad he couldn't do anything to us.
Hey, did you ever make that boat map, by the way?
No. It felt like it was going to be too much work on my end.
That's fair.
They are going to, it was a stretch goal to add, like, the high seas is what the stretch goal is called, so I'm assuming it's going to be boats. But I don't know when that's going to happen.
Why are there not good ones?
I might technically have a JPEG of a ship that I used when it was an airboat that I used for my players.
All these, like, the cannons are fucking the size of, are like 4x4.
To be fair,
All this
cannons are
shit.
meant to be fucking huge on some ships.
I understand that, but like, actually, this is rather reasonable. I was unprepared, I apologize.
I don't know where it could be.
That's the problem always. Yeah, this'll work. Let me remove the people who aren't here because that's a thing. So a storm rolls in. Which I'll play Gage's character, that's fine. It is a rolling thunderstorm. Where's the fuck? We'll assume it's here. For some reason, this is an interior view. As the storm rolls in, and heavy winds and rain is barreling down, everyone is on deck. It's a not super rough time. Like, you've had worse storms, you know, or at least Alar has. There seems to be a lot of lightning going on.
Fucking dick.
Hey, Ayla, is your dad here?
Technically uncle.
I don't know how religion
So-
works, to be honest.
The ship begins to rock as two large air elementals appear on the ship.
Oh,
Have you ever wanted to roll initiative?
yeah. No, Jesus.
Ridiculous. Well, I rolled another 1. So, it's an 11 for me. I think I'm gonna put this dice in timeout.
It's
Just
fair.
throw it. It's fine.
D20 and the D10 can keep each other company.
Aylar, what was your initiative?
11.
11. You're not the worst.
It's the worst it can be for me.
Guess that's fair. Alright, so Moth, you go first. Two larger elementals appear in front of you.
I'm gonna move back here and try and hide as a bonus action. 25. And then I'm gonna shoot number 8. I really don't know if this. 14?
14 misses.
I'm done.
Now it's Grigori's turn. He is going to walk up. He's gonna make some comment about being better than the trolls. Oh, hold on. He
Good.
needs to have completed a long
Yeah,
rest.
because it looks like Gears and Desiree also didn't complete a long rest. Or maybe that's just their frame.
No, they didn't. Anyway, Grigori is going to cast. Actually, he's just gonna swing and try and find Smite if he hits. 18 does hit. 14 does not. Ouch, that's low, and then he's gonna cast Divine Smite at level 1. Oh, where is Divine Smite on this? Why do I have to scroll so far to find it? Nine. 15 damage. And that's Grigori's turn. Lorana, it's your turn. Lorana, hello?
I don't think it's gonna do much, but I'm gonna try and shoot at number 7.
Okay.
Oof.
Oh. Well, that one
The
hits.
second one hits. Wow. Danion's gonna go try and bite at number 8.
Okay. Eight damage. Nice.
Danion did more damage than I did.
Alright, alright. Up next is Dr. Gears.
Let me see. I don't know if I have much that's going to be super useful here. Oh, I never hit the long rest button. That might help. Okay, I'm going to advance right about to here, number 6's face, and I'm going to go for a Scorching Ray. 24 hit? Hello?
24 does hit.
Then a 22?
22 does hit.
Then a 19.
19 does hit.
Okay. We're going to first off roll that arcane firearm damage as I discharge my flintlock at them, which is going to be a d8. So 5
Okay.
damage from that.
5 damage, gotcha.
And then 10 damage.
15,
Then 7 damage.
22,
And then 4 damage.
26.
And then the ballista is going to fire. A 20 hit? I know a 20 hits.
20 hits.
For 2d8 force damage. I'd like to push him back up against that.
He is immune to being pushed.
That's a shame.
As you push, the force hits in the air, just sort of wisps a little bit and then reforms.
And that's my turn.
Was it? Oh shit. Was that number 7 or number 8?
Number 6.
Oh, 6. Who got removed? Oh, you long rested.
Oh, sorry. Shit, did that remove my
Oh,
initiative roll?
removed your initiative, yeah. You had a 12. I can set to 12. Alright, now it's Alar's turn.
So I want to assume that if they're immune to being pushed, they're immune to being pulled.
Yes. They're immune to a lot of movement things. Grapple, prone, restrained.
That makes sense. I think I'm just going to stab it.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like a good thing to do, but it's what's going to happen. That is a dirty 20 to hit,
That hits.
and I'm going to go ahead and do a flourish.
Okay.
So that is oh fuck, 16 damage, and my AC is now 20.
Okay. And how much damage was that? Sorry, 16?
Yes.
As you deal damage to number 7, you hear the thunder and the clouds roar, and it's almost like it's talking to you. Alright, now it's the air elemental's turns. Number 7.
No touchy.
DC 13. Oh, I shouldn't have told you that. Make a strength saving throw. I was reading.
Oh god. Ten.
10.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't hit the DC.
Alright.
Well, I rolled an 11.
You're now picked up and being whirled around inside of the elemental.
Yay!
You take 14 bludgeoning damage from being tossed about.
Okay.
And then this one is going to make 2 slam attacks against Grigori. Oh, well, that hits. So does that. Oh. 33. 33 damage to Grigori.
Oh my god.
And now it's Desiree's turn.
We might be fucked.
Yeah. Jesus. Alright. At least they don't hit that hard. I've hit you with harder things. I just rolled really good. Anyway,
Fine, I
Desiree,
haven't been hit yet.
we can change that.
No.
So, Jack, what are you doing? Is Jack there? Did he say he was going AFK?
I don't know.
Jack.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It is your turn.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go deal with this one then. Which is apparently engulfing Ayla.
It is indeed.
There's some mild,
Wham.
mild engulfing going on.
Yeah, it's fine. It happens.
Don't make it talk about Sharon.
Damn.
Is using Channel Divinity like an action of some sort? Because I'm looking at it and it doesn't say.
I think. Depends.
I think there are typically like 2 things you get with a channel divinity.
Well, no, I'm talking action economy.
Right. That's what I'm, like, because like an Oath of Vengeance paladin, they get like 2 things with their channel divinity, and one takes an action, and I think the other is, so it's what you're doing with the channel divinity that sets the action for your action economy.
Oh yeah, here we are. Yeah, Conquering Presence as an action, you force each creature of your choice within 30 feet, but the other one doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna just Guided Strike because I want this thing off the fucking boat. So,
Plus 10 to your attack roll. Ooh, that's not gonna miss. Or, well, I say that.
You fucking jinxed it now. Well,
If you roll a 1, you get to hit Alar. Plus
19?
10, though. 19 does hit.
You fucking almost made me do it. Also, quick question: don't paladins get an extra attack
Yes.
at some point?
You do get at level 5. You have extra attack. If you look under where it says weapons, armors, and tools, it says 2 attacks in the parentheses.
Weapons, tool.
Like where you click to do your Warhammer rolls and stuff.
Oh yeah, there we are. Okay.
Yeah, I had to find that earlier too. Oh, that one hits as well.
Yeah. So damage for the first one.
6.
Well, this is an air elemental, so that's not going to work. It's about Divine Smite. At level 1.
Fair.
So that's 1d8. If it's is it 2d8 now? Or is it 1d8?
It should be 2d8.
2d8 on a first
2d8
level
for,
smite.
for a first level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bonk, bonk, bonk. First hit, so they only rolled 2 hits, is 17 damage.
Alright.
And the second one is 8 damage.
25 damage. Ooh. That hurts.
Mm.
Ooh.
Stop swallowing crew members on my ship.
Never.
There we go. Alright. Now it is Moth's turn again.
I mean, I'm gonna do the same thing I do every time. I'm gonna hide. For 20. And then I'm gonna shoot at number 8. At advantage. 21. I'm assuming hits.
21 does hit.
9 and a 12.
Okay.
Okay. That's my turn.
It is Grigori's turn. He is going to... He is going to lay on hands himself for 25.
Fair.
And then as a bonus action, spiritual weapon. Well. Lorana's turn.
We're doing it.
Oh boy, I guess I'm gonna try and shoot at number 8 since I see somebody inside number 7.
Are you still waiting on me?
Oh no,
No.
this is Lorana going.
Okay.
It's a good thing I chose not to shoot at the one with Aylar in it, I guess.
You rolled a 1.
Yeah, second one hits though, right?
The second one hits, yeah.
It is only 7 damage.
Only 7.
And, I'm going to, instead of having Tanyan attack, use my bonus action to cast Healing Spirit again.
Okay. Where are you casting it?
Near where Grigori and Tanyan are standing.
Like there? Actually, I think you could place it on them barely. And then when they start their turn, they'd gain d6.
That works.
Alright. Next is Dr. Gears.
Oh, I backed my character by accident. I do want to advance on this one, though. No. Want to advance on that. Okay. Scorching Ray. I'm about to flavor it as the Scorching Rays coming out of my eyes.
Okay.
Laser beams. It's an 18 hit,
18 does hit.
22 hits, and a 16 might not hit. Let me know.
16 hits.
Ooh, don't even gotta use luck. And as I fire at them with my arcane firearm and wing them at best with that one. Gonna swing for 9,
Alright.
12 for a total of 21,
Okay.
and 7 for a total of 28.
Which one are you hitting?
Number 8. And then the
Okay.
shoulder-mounted ballista pops up from over my shoulder. I rolled the damage first like an idiot. 17 hits for 10 damage. Direct hit to the chest.
Alright. As the air whooshes around it.
And
Alright,
that's my
Aylar.
turn.
It is now your turn. You are currently being flailed about in this elemental.
Okay. I think I'm gonna Misty Step.
Ooh. Okay. I'll let you grab your carry.
And I think I'm just gonna go there.
Alright.
And then with my action, I'm going to shoot it. Oh, but there we go. I need to use that.
Hmm.
22 to hit.
22 does hit.
For 12 damage.
Alrighty. This is number 7, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I did not like that one bit, by the way.
It is very hurt.
I'm looking rough myself.
As you finish that, your turn in attacking it, the storm above the ship starts swirling and coalescing, and the lightning between and the thunder happening. You swear it sounded like words, and it sounded like it said, "Are you worthy?"
Oh no. Daddy, no.
It's now the air elemental's turn. This one's going to make 2 slam attacks
Wait,
against.
All words or just Aylar?
Only Aylar heard that.
He's special.
Well, no, can you speak thunder?
Weirdly, no, actually.
Actually, hold on. Can anyone speak primordial?
No, not this game. Shit. I had it all last campaign and it never did anything for me.
All I know Infernal. That's the only interesting one I have.
And you're tiefling. How's that even interesting?
It's vaguely interesting. I've never had it before.
That waitist.
Alright then. Anyway.
Oh my god, just because they're a tiefling doesn't mean they have to speak infernal. God.
No, we had that
Jeez.
argument with Fig though, remember? I was like, oh, she has to know Elvis because she's an elf, even though she's not an elf.
Oh my god, actually no, it's an elf, it's fine.
Do both of those hit you? I rolled a 21 and a 22, Jack.
Yes, they would, because my AC is 21.
Holy shit.
I
hit
also
Jack.
didn't do a long rest. Wait one moment.
Okay.
Take off one spell slot, and the channel divinity. Okay, now go.
Now hit me!
Now hit me.
Hit me with your best shot!
Alright.
Oh, Jesus!
Oh my fucking god. 35? That's
I
a
think you
lot,
did.
actually. I'm rolling really good on those.
I don't love that for, the group as a
And
whole.
then this one is going to make 2 slam attacks
I'm
against
still standing.
Grigori.
Oh
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
no.
Travis.
Where's Grigori?
I'll be back in just a moment.
It'll be fine, guys. It'll be fine.
I'm okay at the moment.
Fine, guys. Need to grab another drink.
Motherfucker.
Alright. Next is, after the air elementals, Desiree. But he said he'd be right back. At the top of the turn.
hello.
Oh. Are you back? Yes.
Hello. Yes.
It is your turn.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that hit.
No.
That one not as much.
One bonk.
Funnily enough, I did it.
Okay.
As you slay that, a small orb with swirling air inside of it falls and clinks to the floor. And at the top of the turn,
Is it a Pokemon?
it's not. That seems to be an elemental shard. As the Gears isn't paying attention. Anyway.
I am paying attention. I don't feel the need to fight for that. Kind of obvious who's going to be taking it.
You're right. It belongs to Alar.
Thank
anyway.
you.
At the top of initiative, there is a lightning bolt that strikes the ship.
Lovely.
As a
Yeah.
large lightning elemental stands up from where the lightning bolt stood. And it seems to be glaring intently at Alar.
Fuck that guy in particular, I guess.
Anyway, Moth, it's your turn.
I mean, I'm gonna ignore what just happened and continue attacking. Oh, actually, they've probably got it. I will shoot the lightning elemental after I stealth. 19.
19 hits.
No, that's for stealth.
Oh, stealth? You feel kind of stealthy. 26 hits.
Oh, good. For a 5 and a 13 to 18.
18 damage, okay.
Yeah, that's my turn.
You hit it, and for a moment, because it's crackling with lightning, as one of the lightning flashes, its face turns to you.
No.
But you didn't see it turn. It was instantaneously looking at you, and as it crackles, it turns back to Alar as well.
Okay. Why is your uncle such a dick, Ayla? That's my turn.
May not be offering him much.
Why are you so terrible?
It's a delicate ecosystem in the sea. And these are sometimes the risks you run when you ignore, in my opinion, the worst brother.
Anyway.
I
it's
can't
Grigori's
pretend to
turn.
understand religion.
Oh wait, I should have... Hold on, I will heal him for 2, because he should have healed previous turn as well that I forgot about.
Oh, ow.
So he heals for 6. Okay. He is going to attempt to attack this arrow again. Great prejudice. 15 hits!
Yay!
He's gonna spend a divine smite. For 18 damage. Alright. That's cool. The lightning elemental's turn. it's going to move, and as it moves, lightning crackles from him to Alar and Moth.
Hey.
And he's gonna move here.
I blow him a kiss.
Yeah. So that's going to be... You both take 10 damage.
Oh, okay. I don't like that.
I think I'm actually resistant to lightning damage, because that's like my whole thing.
Okay.
I feel like you should
And
be.
he is going to reach out his hand. And he's just holding out his hand,
Ooh.
looking at you, Alar. Anyway, now it's Lorana's turn.
If I can move it that far, can I move my healing spirit between Alar and Moth?
I believe you can.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that far away from it.
Yeah, I can move it 30 feet.
You can... You could just barely touch both of them.
Yay!
Because every time we touch, I get some healing.
Is it when they start their turn or whenever it passes through? Like, would they get healing right now?
When they go through, or when they start their turn in it.
Okay. So you guys would each heal for a d6. Let me roll that. You guys heal for 2.
I don't think Moth needs it, but Alar looked a little rough.
I mean, I'm at 21. I'm very soft.
Yeah. And I'm at 6. So I'm not as soft. I'm very strong.
That's very, very soft, unfortunately, sir.
I am rock hard.
Anyway,
No, see, well, hang on.
Yeah.
do you move it
No,
as an
I know
action?
soft.
I think it's a bonus action. Let me double check.
As a bonus action, you can move it. Okay. Well, then, are you shooting, or are you, what else are you doing?
I'm going to hold my attacks and wait for it to do something aggressive because it's acting very strangely. Especially towards Alar.
Okay. Dr. Gears, it's your turn.
The man may have died.
All men do is complain, eat hot chip, and lie.
Oh no.
Well, then we'll go after this. Alar, it's your turn.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna mutter myself.
Started your turn in the healing spirit. Heal it in 6.
Oh yeah, I got some more healing.
Okay, I'll roll that. What? 2 more.
Thanks, Travis.
Two. Alright, well, in for a copper, in for a gold. I'm going to, like, kind of prepare as if I'm, like, about to cast Thunderwave, and so this is where Anastasia kind of turns into this ball of electricity and kind of infuses me, and you kind of see, like, my eyes, like, light up, like I'm doing, like, full Raiden kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna clasp this elemental's hand.
Cool. That's going to be... Hold on. So you take 14 damage. Does that knock you unconscious?
It does.
Alright, cool. instead of any saves, I need you to make. Hold on.
I'd like to think that right before I shook hands with him, I just gave Moth a little wink of like, this is gonna be fine.
I don't trust this, but okay.
This is going to be less of a check and more of a choice. When you clasp hands, you can either reject the lightning as it passes through your body, or accept it.
I mean,
We're about to watch Alar die.
that's fine.
I don't have any popcorn.
Can I do insight or religion, or could we pop down to a second channel? I just have a question.
That is very fair. Hold on. Yes.
All right, I'm good.
All right. So you are going to accept the lightning?
I'm going to accept the lightning.
All right, cool. I need to check one more thing. This is happening a bit sooner than I expected. This is great, though. Fucking love it. So, your aberrant dragon mark?
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
In my head, it always came from him.
What is your dragon mark specifically?
So it is on, I think, my left forearm. And it would probably be, I don't know. Honestly, at this point, all I can really imagine is the Skyrim logo, but I imagined it be more like runes that had some kind of lightning connotations to them.
That's fair. That is very dragon, like Skyrim logo-y.
Right?
There is a power rune for fucking lightning. It's that. Anyway, that rune,
Yeah.
it now glows constantly, and even if you cover it up, it will show up on your clothes, but it won't glow through your clothes. So, like, if you put on like a plain white shirt, you'll just have that symbol be on the shoulder of that shirt, then
Okay.
your forearm of your shirt. So you can't cover it up. It is always prominent.
I feel like with my current outfit, it'd probably look the best like on the back side of my glove, so that it's just always on the back of my hand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hold on, I'm making notes as well. But also, now whenever you use that feature, other things might happen. Some crazier things. I do still like the nightmare things. I need to give you more reasons to do that.
Yeah.
Everyone tonight is probably going to. Any other questions? So in a flash of lightning, the lightning elemental disappears.
Yeah.
Aylar, you are at 1 health.
Fantastic.
Well.
Dr. Gears.
Aylar's a warlock. Knew it.
Oh no.
You you can add 2 air elemental crystals, medium, to your inventory.
Noted. Oh, by the way, Fig, the gremlin was here the whole time.
The storm clears after that.
Huh.
That wasn't a very difficult fight for the whole 1 to 100 roll.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting like a kraken or something.
Oh,
but...
I mean, it could have been worse, but I didn't need to break him out, so like that's fine.
Well, did I point out that I lost 35 hit points in a single blow?
Grigori also
So-
used his entire pool of lay on hands to get to the yellow ring that he is currently.
I mean,
So it
I
may not have been a difficult combat for you.
Your tanks are doing their job, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Our tanks and me.
I was fine.
Uh-huh.
It was only a third of my health that went.
That
So-
was the move. Every time the lightning elemental moved, it would have had marked targets, and it would link you together with lightning dealing damage.
Yep.
So, how much longer do we got, this healing spirit?
Oh, like, hold on, I got this. So it would be like 7 more d6. I can roll that. Give me a second.
Because I'm definitely just going to chill inside of it.
Anyone who's intelligent will gain 27 life.
Yeah. I will just take that.
That puts me directly up to full health. 1 plus 27 equals my entire hit point pool.
Why are you so soft?
Why are you so soft, eh?
I know what I'm so soft. I rolled bad at least once, but like Aylar doesn't have an excuse.
I just take the average. And I don't have a con modifier.
Oh well, okay, there you go. At least I had +1 to con.
Oh yeah, I got a +0.
No. I see all of my stats are pretty good apart from my strength. But like I don't have to do stuff, so it's fine.
Yeah, well, I used point buy. So, some things had to suffer.
I rolled for mine? Oh yeah, because I rolled for mine. And I could have, I think, had like 10 for strength and I chose 9.
Yeah. I tried to get as high as possible for both charisma and dex.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Of course.
int and strength are my dumps. And then I gave myself moderate wisdom, which left con as my neutral stat.
Yeah. My int had to be higher because of the magic
Right, yeah.
and all that shit. But yeah.
Alright. I mean, that felt good. I'm really happy with where we are as a crew.
Uh-huh.
And
Was that the first roll you made? For the 5d10 you're supposed to roll?
yeah. Don't worry about it.
This is the day you left port.
Do it again. Do the exact same thing again. Let's see the other god. Wait, would the other god be your actual dad? Can you explain your religion to me? I don't understand religion. I don't understand religion, okay?
You know what? Next time that we're taking a short rest and you want me to do a song of rest, I'll tell a story for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, it's night. That was rough. You guys turn it over to the night crew and I'll go to bed.
Yay.
As all of you complete your long rest,
I don't.
I think you could say I die.
Grigori sees horrific things. Does not sleep well. Lorana. It's funny. You are surrounded by all your friends and family, and slowly they all just start disappearing and leaving you. And you are very lonely. Desiree.
Mm-hmm.
You're having a dream about, being with your family, and then all of a sudden, your family is gone, and you're in a ditch somewhere covered in mud, and you can't find anyone who recognizes you. In this dream. Clay's not here for his. Truthfully have nothing for Harris. Dr. Gears, you don't dream. Have a great day.
Blessings.
You don't dream, you fuck.
Yeah, fuck.
My last
Piece of
dreaming
shit.
is why I have a good day.
That's why
But your lack of dreaming is why you'll not have a good life.
No.
That's fine.
Yes.
I heard you screaming from your nightmares, but continue to try and convince me otherwise.
I am a silent roller, and you know that.
Moth, you have a memory.
Oh God.
Dream. You're 5, maybe 4. You're running in the forest, and you trip, and you bust open your knee, and you're crying, and you're hurt, and no one's around. And you hear the softest voice you've ever heard. And it says, "Oh, little one, are you okay?"
Oh,
And as you
no.
look up, your dream ends.
Oh no, Travis. What is that?
I don't know.
He's lying. He probably does know.
I think he does. He might be right.
I'm beginning to suspect he knows more than you about your past.
Travis!
What?
When I wake up, can I immediately think really hard about
You
that?
sure can.
Oh, please roll a 20, please roll a 20. I rolled a 3! I passed that one.
You take 1 damage.
Ah, fuck.
I know that I don't want to make this a habit, but that is something I would love to have experienced, like if I had let Moth sleep in my bed. Just
He
witnessing
wakes up.
them
Someone
wake
tries
up,
really tight,
be like, wait, no, and then pass out.
Lovely. That's how I do it in real life.
Some people just can't handle their nightmares.
Ayla.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You are standing in your home.
Mm-hmm.
You're in front of a door. This door leads to a room of someone you have quite familiarities with. You open the door. Instead of finding that person, you find a beast ravaging and tearing apart the room. And it turns to you, and with its yellow slitted eyes, charges at you, and that's when you wake up.
I don't like that mine aren't that actually threatening, and yet.
So, breakfast?
When I wake up from passing out.
Yeah. Breakfast. That's fine.
Yay.
I gotta go work.
Oh no.
Ew, where?
Gross.
I don't wanna go work.
Before Danielle leaves, let me roll one more 1.
Okay, roll a d10.
It was a 7. It wasn't a 1.
7?
We might be okay today.
Alright, calm seas, actually. Day of travels, unimpeded. Hold on, let me load a map where it's reasonable. Alright. Roll another d10, as nothing interesting happened on day 2.
10.
Oh! Actually, good winds and currents, you are a day ahead of schedule.
Nice.
So you actually have one more dice roll now.
I'm not gonna kill us. That's a 6.
A 6. There is a large pod of whales that are near the ship, and it's a nice, interesting sight on your travels.
About to say, man, I wish we had another cow, but whales don't eat cows.
Whales don't eat cows. Trying to feed a whale a cow. What would the ocean father think?
You give offerings to his children, and he blesses you with a pleasant journey. It's not that complicated. But they don't eat cows. There's no way for us to store enough krill to satisfy a pod of whales. Like, throw moth squirrel.
Moth, your squirrel goes overboard.
Wait. Hey.
I was like, did Fig fall asleep?
Do not throw my squirrel overboard, or I will murder you. Like, actually.
I would never.
Bye. I continue making my squirrel mustache.
That's fair.
Yeah. Since, unfortunately, I have nothing to offer the whales, I am just going to drop 50 gold off the boat.
Alright, that's fair.
Oh, thank you. Yep, pointed directly at myself. Yep.
Hey, did you know it's raining, Travis?
It's raining?
Lovely weather.
I mean, I did just describe a storm. Sorry, I conjured it into existence.
I mean, at least you didn't snipe the power out.
That's fair. Not yet.
Don't.
No, I need to cook today, don't. I'm making brownies.
Oh.
They're for tomorrow.
Ooh. I have to go outside. Ugh. I can't believe you personally will do that to me, Travis.
But yeah, I will say that you guys are now within range of intercepting that ship. And we can probably pick up with that.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. I don't. It's not a definite no. It might be like a game time decision for next week because Caitlin's sister is visiting. So it depends on what activities we plan. Because I'm hoping it'll be like evening activities. And
God
then
damn it, Caleb, why do you have to have a social life?
I don't. Caitlin brings social into my life.
Tell her to stop.
Caitlin invites people to our home, and she wants to make friends, and I am happy
Tell
with...
her only D&D friends are important.
Yeah.
If she wants to play D&D, she can.
That'd probably be
Why
a hard
not?
pass from her. But...
Oh no.
yeah, I will keep y'all posted, but hopefully I'll be there next week as well.
I will be in my own country next week. Boo.
I'll also be in my own country next week. You're not special.
Oh, nice. Hey, you get to listen to me yelling at Baron having shitty internet again.
Oh, you're gonna miss the good internet.
I am.
And the AC.
Yeah, honestly,
Oh.
the worst part about you going back is going back to shitternet.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
Are you
worst
sure that's
thing.
the worst
Thanks.
part?
So rude.
Don't call them out like that, Travis.
Yeah, then you don't get to be with your close friends anymore.
That is a tragedy for me.
I like
So thank you for tuning in. Hopefully we'll be back next week, unless I have prior commitments. So have a good weekend. Enjoy your 4th of July.